so pretty. There's a toenail with a dick on it. It's the Jason Ellis Show. Jason Ellis. I'm thinking I'm back. Michael Dolly.
The United States of fuck you.
Andrew Bruce.
It all made sense to me.
Kevin Kraft.
I might be better suited for the future.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Jason Ellis.
Also blown up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Hey, welcome to the show. I was watching the corporate entertainment of the weekend, or the entertainment of the weekend. I mean, there's entertainment on the weekend, and everything's got corporate in it, because that's what happens when you get big. You get corporate in it. It's kind of it's a weird thing, because corporate can make things bigger and cooler, because if they've got lots of money, well, then they can make you have like sequins, and you can have like 20 backup dancers, and you can have, you know, a lot of really cool stuff that you wouldn't be able to have. But then there's the other thing. It just seems like when it's a corporate dance, a corporate entertainment, they add this shit where I feel like the person who is the entertainer wouldn't be doing all of that if it wasn't for some other shit that he has to do or she has to do because they were told to. Unless you're Andrew, it's just straight up solid gold entertainment. Yeah, look, I thought that you were gonna do this today, and I was like, and I thought maybe somebody else would want to discuss it, so I was like, I'll watch it, you know. So I watched some stuff, and I thought, you know, they're pretty douchey, but I don't know, musically, if you're into that kind of stuff, I don't mind that one. What's the one white girl that sung about getting abused? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is she the worst singer in the world? No. Is she the greatest? No. You know, did she sing that with emotion? Yeah. Is it tough to be abused? Yeah. It's good that everyone is supporting each other. The women are standing up. You know, it's Hollywood doing it, so it does, especially for me. I don't know, Andrew, does it come across cheesy to you? Because I the main reason why they're doing it is, well, actually the main reason why they're all doing it is actually pretty suspicious. But the main reason, you know, I mean, what they're trying to say is it's good. It's for a good purpose. Do you smell the cheese though when you see it? Like, it's a little. Do you feel like? Because some people, they do that and then they go to the after party and they're wasted and they're not really shook up by it, you know. Well, which part? Because he did 2 songs, right? Right. So the one by the Statue of Liberty. Yes, it looked cold out there. The bass player looked particularly cold, and I thought to myself, well, he's 70, so it probably gets colder when you're 70 than it is when you're of normal age. But I also don't know. And, I mean, you might know. Will probably has a good answer on this. How controversial the Grammys ever are. And, you know, were the MTV Awards more controversial and like must tune in to see what wacky craziness might happen there? What were we watching last night? That was the Grammys. Right. Is that, and that's supposed to be mellow. Is Will here? Will, come in. For only as in here, fucking Tully, as you know, has AIDS and will never be on the show again. So that's pretty gnarly. Got it from his kid. That's okay. He has like a crazy flu thing and doesn't want to give it to us. And as you know, America, a lot of people are sick these days. So, you know, and he was like, "Yeah, I feel like shit, but I can." I'm like, "No, dude, you cannot make it. You can stay there and take your time. It's no big deal."
He's officially got the flu.
Yeah,
that's something we don't want to mess with.
Yeah, because he had the Instagram photo with the oxygen mask on.
Oh.
I was like, "Nope, you're not coming in here.
No,
if you come in here, I will spray you." Anyway, so yeah, Kesha, the girl, she got the fake boob, fake ass, right? Is that the one?
No.
Who's that? Who's the blonde girl with the fake ass? Is that the Australian girl? Iggy's Azalea? Yes. She's a rapper and she's tremendous at rapping. I love the creativeness in her mind and the flow of just, you know what I mean? An Australian woman. Anyway, so anyway, all these ladies were singing. I just kept thinking about, is that Cyndi Lauper in the background? That's just all I kept thinking. And then I was like,
I love her.
what's not to love about her? And I didn't get to see Rihanna. I did see Rihanna. Well, sorry, that's not true. I saw Rihanna because my daughter sings Rihanna songs. And so she played, and then I had to come downstairs and see her do a dance. She did like the stanky leg, which is pretty hard because she's fat and she's still super hot. I don't know if anybody's discussing that in the world. And when I say that, I know that I'm talking to the Neanderthals of the world. She's not fat. She's got bigger, and I'm just, you know what? Fuck whatever
You're
year it
just
is.
shaming her, Jason.
She's fucking fat. Fire me. I mean, you got a bunch of racists to work for the company. I can say she's fat. Welcome back. Fuck it. Heil Hitler, you fucking zombies. So yeah, she got big, and I still think she's super, even cuter. I think that might be. Is that an old man thing? Like, am I?
No.
I'm like, you know, big.
Get some meat on.
Yeah, get some meat on it. Oh God, shit myself. I'm so disgusting. Big bone woman, you know what I'm talking about, Will?
Big boned in the middle.
I'm seeing some healthy meat on the arms.
Healthy girl.
Yeah.
To answer Andrew's
That's what's that Persian kid's name? He's got a bit of meat on him too. Who? DJ Khaled looks pretty juicy too. Fucking fat bastard. Well, he should be fired. Does not work for Weight Watchers.
You should have seen what he used to look like.
That's so not gangster. Okay, well, I mean, is he? Nope, I'm not going down that road. Fuck you, fat boy. I'll say that.
Andrew was asking about the MTV. The MTV Awards, whether they're movies or music, used to be something that people would do crazy stuff.
Howard Stern showed his bum and did a big fart.
Yeah,
that was fucking funny.
10, your friend 10 from Rage Against the Machine climbing up in the
That's right.
Weird thing.
Everyone was very bummed out about that.
Yeah, they were.
He was awesome then.
I know. But
I don't know. I ask him about that when he comes on.
So the MTV Awards got super safe and lame-ish, and then but the Grammy Awards are like even more sanitized than MTV. So.
Well, I still felt like it's tad, because when you overdo it and you're the people that really knew what it was going on, because it's different when if some business is doing that, only a couple of people around the big boss would know that he's doing that. But if there's like a bunch of bosses that run shit in the music and entertainment business, then it's a little more, you're a little more involved in everybody's lives, because you're all fucking drunk on stage for half of it, you dickheads. I swear to God, people's managers are fucking rock stars. Like, everybody in the entertainment business is an asshole. So you kind of know a little bit more about them. So I just feel like some of these people knew that these people were doing this, and now it's like, we've got to put a stop to it. I'm like, I was on the couch fucking with my you know what I mean, having sex every now and then with my fucking married wife, who we both agreed consensually to fuck. The fuck are you talking about preaching to me? Because you are, you know what I mean, the people that are, I mean, you kind of, you're the last of the dying breed of the fucking rest your dick on unwanted pussy.
How many music people have there been involved in the controversy as opposed to actor types and politicians?
I don't know.
It seems to be way heavier into the actor thing, doesn't it?
Oh, easy.
Everything's an issue.
You can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and she wouldn't do it unless she was doing a solo thing, which is fair enough. Your manager can argue that. See, you got to watch the whole. That's where. See, that's the only bad thing about all this, but it's still not that bad of a thing, because that's just people talking. You know, like, nobody's getting penalized. No one's going to jail. Lord is, you know, Lord's not getting a refund. Whatever the fuck she's bitching about. That's just her manager going, hey, you know, we need, and by the way, women, we me too, hashtag your mum's ass. Like, cry me a river, you're a fucking rock and roll star. You'll be back next year. There's way bigger fish to fry. Nobody's freaking out about that one. I just think, as a person that sees negative in everything, when I saw that whole thing, I was like, it's cool that you're doing that. It's weird. There's this weird bitter taste in my mouth of the lateness of it.
Well, I mean, they only do the Grammys once a year.
Yeah, but you fucking knew for like 5 years. You know how we knew, you know, little things? And we don't know anybody. I ain't got no fucking friends in there.
There is a difference in knowing and strongly suspecting.
You think Cyndi Lauper had seen and heard of things like this happening in the industry?
Of course.
Yeah, you look, as I said, I saw the negative in it. And the other thing I saw was, that made me think negatively was, it's all pop. And there's no, I thought, what happened? They played some classic guys. They got some old people up there. U2, it's a little bit weird. I feel like maybe he might have the greatest manager in the world. And there's this thing where if you do have U2 play, then you have to like, you know, I mean, hashtag download fucking iTunes, Instagram, see Bono's eyeball up close, you know, whatever it is, like Google eyeball a Bono, and then you get like a free Mercedes Benz. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. They got skills, man, and so you can't. But once again, I don't think it's Bono going, listen, we're gonna get, you know, bigger on Instagram, and, you know, Mercedes Benz. What if they? He doesn't.
It's a manager.
It's these fucking guys that are like, more money, man. Because I only get 10%, so I need way more. I need you to make way more money.
Well, even if that's not their motive, because someone could have a motive of, it's my job to do the best job I can for this band.
And they're doing a great job.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if I was to bring a new band out, or if Hate Being brought a new album out, and it was compulsory that it was in everybody's iTunes, that would help us. That's a great idea, manager.
Right.
Anyway, but I just felt like there used to be a Metallica. There used to be... I know Metallica's like basic and mainstream these days, but there isn't... It just seems... Everybody's really happy and everybody's really poppy. And I feel like even more so... I mean, you're singing about it. Did you know that, you mean, a bunch of dudes just fucking do stuff to women without asking? It's always been the way. Did you know, it's like there's all these wars and racism and all these arguments, all these people saying such harsh shit to each other, the president saying all this weird shit, and there isn't one person that really seems like they're, I mean, except for, what's her name? It looks like they're actually, you know what I mean, feeling any pain at the awards. It's just all super bubbly, everyone's super cheery, and I know that that's like an entertainment thing, but it's weird because there used to be a sign of a time, you know what I mean? Like in the 60s, I don't know, I wasn't an adult in the 60s, but just watching videos, looked like everyone was in a, you know what I mean, like coming through something together. Music was helping them.
There used to be a feeling of danger surrounding something like this, at least in part of it, you know, that something could happen.
It just seems like the music of today is not aware, or it's emotionless. Not, and I don't believe that that's actually the case. I just believe that everybody who's emotionless gets a Grammy. You know, I didn't hear anybody. You know, that's not true. The country award guy who won, out of the only guys that I saw who were nominated, was the only guy that was playing country. And I was like, that's awesome. Because everybody else looked like a fucking idiot at your pop stars with your pop country. This dude's like, yeah, you know what I mean, I'm just, you know, here's my dirtball country music, and thanks for the award. Bye.
Well, I mean, it is, I mean, that's got to be the way they make most of their money, right? Is through this broadcast, I would think. So they're gonna skew it to where people are gonna watch it, and what do people want to see? Nice, safe.
I know, but what about the kids? What about the reality of being scared of war, being scared of Trump, being scared of North Korea and waves and plastic islands? Wow. Where's the song where there's some pain? Because to me, even Come Tide with these, you know, emotional Viking rock, you know, he's letting out some sort of aggression there. There's no letting out of aggression. It's just in there. It's almost like you're pretending that it doesn't exist.
Well, number one,
because everybody's angry out there.
They can't do a song for every issue, so they got to pick one. And
I just didn't see on there anybody coming in hard. And I remember there used to be a time, I don't know, maybe it was, I can't remember which awards, where there was a section of some metal dudes. You know, I mean, there's still metal music. Fucking Jose's playing it fucking 24 hours a day. There's a channel, and I don't like all of it, but every now and then I hear shit on there and I'm like, I never heard those dudes, and they're kicking ass.
But the emotional song from yesterday, Kesha, was that white rapper Logic with the suicide prevention hotline number song. Like that's
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was like a big pop hit, and it's about he had a bunch of suicide survivors on stage with him, and then did a whole kind of political speech after.
Oh dang,
Like
a white guy.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Is it people? Okay, sorry, my bad. Maybe it's just, where's the metal? Sorry.
Look, your problem, I don't think, is with the Grammys. It's with.
I don't have a problem.
It's with the people who are making emotionless music.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, people.
But it's the thing. It's on the forefront of the popularity of like what's on TV. Who gets guess who gets victory? Sorry, it's just sort of looks like it's these people that are not of anything.
I think you're right.
Which makes kids not of anything.
Right. Now, look, it used to be that record company people would go out and find something great, sign it to the label, and then figure out how to sell it to the public. Then it became, let's go find something that we can sell to the public and sell it to the public.
Right.
And that's the difference. Is
Right.
when they started squeezing every penny out of every industry, the people who are doing something unique usually get lost.
Like, I don't believe it's on purpose or anything. It's just, you know, I mean, it's the rules of who's got the money and who's in charge of stuff.
It's business.
But it's, you know, I mean, music gives you, it turns your soul on. You know, like, it's almost like you don't have a soul until you find music. And if you have to only find music that's given to you 50% by a corporate organization, that's not going to turn your soul on. You know, you're just going to think that you're into this music. You know what you'll be able to tell is you're kind of into them. It's not. It could exist. It could not exist. And that's no way to feel about music or life. And I feel like that's kind of how it teaches you. It teaches you to be. It's pretty good. I mean, you know, I mean, if she died tomorrow, I don't care, because there's all these other songs that are pretty similar anyway. Yeah.
No, I mean, to have the feeling of when you're really hearing a song and it sounds awesome and it touches you in a way, that's an amazing feeling.
You know, look, I have a 12-year-old who is going through all kinds of fucking shit in her head, and I can tell that she's a singer. She can sing songs from start to finish without fucking up. Like, she's a proper singer now. And she could kind of not give a fuck about half the people that she's into. Because they haven't lit her up. You know what I mean? Because it's not, all of it isn't, when someone writes a song to relate, when you, like a 50-year-old dude, and you write a song to relate to my 16-year-old pain, it's not going to light me up the way it would light me up if you just let the fucking 16-year-old write it and then record it and leave him alone.
Yeah, for two reasons. Number one, you may be using all the right words and stuff, but to really communicate something, you need to understand it. And the other part is the performance. And performing something that really has emotion in it, that communication, that's way important too.
And I think from the amazing talent that we've had in the world, and the amount of followers in the community when everyone just came together and followed, you know, the Beatles or Michael Jackson, and then it became like Michael Jackson likes Pepsi. It was okay because Michael Jackson had already had this big popular thing, so it was okay to take on all the most popular things. It didn't matter if he was affiliated with it or if it was good or it was bad. It was just this big explosion of stuff So then everybody was okay with just doing anything, and it took off the, if you did stuff knowing that it would help you get a lot of money to talk about Pepsi, it's gonna start to drag into the music. The music of today is where you think you are into it, but you don't know because you've had I feel like it's 5% Pepsi in every song since the 90s, and then a little bit more, to the point where now you can just say like 3 words over and over again, and people might think it's awesome because you were so broke one day and you're super ugly and you do a lot of drugs. And then people are like, fuck, man, I'm super ugly and broke. Fuck yeah, Gucci, 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 Gucci. Balls, 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 balls. Fucking, I'm a gal. Say the same thing 100,000 times and you'll all respect me.
I've been in the studio with artists who were making an album, writing some of it, but writing and recording, producing, all that, and they have conversations about what is gonna sell.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just communicating a message or a feeling or whatever.
All the big guns get a hook to sing by somebody who wrote it for them, or they wrote it themselves, but it's just a piece, and then they give that piece to another person who walks in and gives their piece. I mean, there's songs that are #1 hits everywhere where half of the ones that are on there that won, the song was recorded, nobody was in the room together. Like, they just give their piece and the dude puts it together. It's not it's like, here's your biscuit. It's not throw away shit, you know.
I was listening to a little piece of kind of jazz, classical. I mean, it's jazz, but anyway, and it came to this part that was really just beautiful. That turned into a really sad part, and there are no lyrics to it. But I was thinking to myself, you could be from Germany or Japan, or you could be from anywhere in almost any modern time period, and get the same message from this as I'm getting right now. And I don't think that a lot of the music being made today you can get that from.
Yeah, the music today is like, it's like a haircut. You could get one while you're asleep. The music of yesteryear, it's like my fist in your ass. You're gonna know it's there. Some may like it, some may not.
The good news is kids have the ability to hear any song ever recorded at their
but it's too fast. That's the other thing. Too fast. You won't even give the whole song a try. Like you just said, you heard this critical bit in the middle of some jazz song. Nobody will get to that now.
Right.
Because it's got to be.
First part, and they're like,
somebody better do a backflip. You know what I mean? Like someone get explosion and shit. Sell me some shit. Say the same thing over and over again because I'm gonna forget it. It's weak ollies.
That's true. But if they just have it on the background and listen to some music, then every once in a while they're going to run across something that's actually really good and
wait.
has feeling.
This guy you're showing me a photo of that's got a phone number for a song, he won an award?
He had a performance. I'm not sure.
Is he on Instagram saying, I hang out with absolutely nobody at all? Is that him? Can you check that? I think he's got an Instagram quote where he goes, I associate with, because I didn't know who, it was just some kid saying it, and it's everywhere. And now I'm seeing a photo of him with the glasses and the hat on, and it kind of looks like the kid with the glasses and the hat on that said, I don't fucking associate, I don't talk to anybody at all, ever. Maybe it wasn't him. Do you know the one I'm talking about, Cool Beans? You guys don't surf the internet all day?
No. Thank God.
Is Jude here?
He's over doing his show.
Alright, that's fair. I mean, he does have a show. Well.
It looks like the guy that performed at Ellis Mania.
What guy? Oh, yeah, that guy, yeah. What was his name?
It's not travesty.
Right. No, it's not travesty.
No.
Close! This guy's no travesty, though. Sure, he's singing some songs here and there. Wait, he raps? Sorry.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Wait, who's the guy that was on his hands and knees rapping when U2 left the stage? I saw a bit of that. That was confusing as fuck. U2's like, I'm in U2. And it's all, he's fucking.
Who's that, Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, fuck. Oh, dude, I'm a grown ass man. Went home. Fuck my wife. Goddamn vagina and shit.
Kendrick's cool.
Sure. I mean, I'm not cool, so I wouldn't. If I said he was cool, that would fuck him up.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was cool because he was saying something. Yeah, fuck off or something. The man. Don't rape me. Yeah, something like that. He said something about raping's not cool.
Generally accepted as
One of the better musicians alive.
You're with it. The hip kids.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm
with
out.
the hip kids.
I'm out. I don't want to know this shit. But check, play the bit where it's all I'm in you too, and then the dude on the ground is just going for it. I'm like, who? That's crazy. Bono's like, God damn. And Elton John's just looking at Miley Cyrus, going, man, are you Eminem? I thought you were rapping. Of course I did. I love anything Elton John does. As quite frankly, I love anything Miley Cyrus does. So how could I hate it? Except for that comment I just made there, because Elton's like, man, get that guy a fucking. There, listen.
And you too.
You too. Yeah, whatever. Close your eyes, look around. You too, same thing. I mean, I can't even hear what the Edge is playing. Why is he there? And then here we go. I got a good life. I gamble. I got a good life. I gamble. He's not scared to die. He's got a lot. He's married.
That is behavior.
Yeah.
Unbecoming of those soldiers.
He's an abomination.
Across the nation.
Yeah. I like Jay-Z's new haircut, man. That shit's cool. That's, you know what I mean? You know what's cool? Because I'm like, I can't get that haircut. I mean, even if I had hair, but I can't. That's just like the cool. Black dudes have the coolest haircut ever. And sometimes they try to not have that haircut. I'm like, you guys are blowing it. If I had that haircut, I would have exactly what he has. And I guarantee he's about to turn. I guarantee you're going to see tons of dudes with that haircut. Which is good. Once again, I'm glad I'm married, because it's gonna be tough to get some tang, if you know what I'm saying, Will. With all those good-looking black dudes with the Jay-Z hair, they're gonna swoop in.
How much of this did you watch? The Grammys?
That bit I saw Dave Chappelle, because I was going upstairs and shit. And my kids were, come look at this fucking guy or some shit. And I'd be like, okay. And I saw him go, hey, I'll be back to work on Monday, and I'm like, good for you. He's cool. He's relaxed. He doesn't like people. I like him. What?
You like him because he doesn't like people.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a reality-based human being and you're Dave Chappelle, you have to not like people, because 90% of the people around you, you owe it to yourself to hate them.
There's a few people that you really like, and that's about it.
Somebody says I'm not sure what's going on here, but TJ, you're telling me what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Love this show, guys. I heard you talk about Logic, and I've seen that video of the same guy going, I don't fuck with nobody, I don't go out.
Okay.
All the time. He does the smoking, camp out smoking pictures or videos and all that shit.
He does things about smoking? Right. Yeah, wait. Okay, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Let's play it.
No, because I don't fuck with nobody. Yeah, I don't fuck with nobody, like, at all. Nobody. So, it's very simple. I stay in my house, and it's just me, my little puppy I just got, and I don't fuck with nobody. I don't go anywhere. I don't go to parties. I barely go outside. Like, literally, I really don't go outside that much, just because I don't fuck with nobody. I know that seems a little weird, but I refuse to allow any sort of cancer in my life to
like that guy.
I know,
I
right?
didn't think I was gonna like that guy. I like that guy.
What are you laughing at? Why don't you like him? Why?
I don't know. He's saying I don't fuck with anybody. I literally fuck with nobody, and then he lists all these people he fucks with.
His homies, his fiance, and his puppy. That's all those people?
Yeah, interesting point, Cumtub. What a moron.
Yeah, everybody's a critic these days. Everybody's always been a critic. That's fucking music. You put something out there and people decide what
That's
you like.
well. That's not the argument is that he thinks that social media has made everybody a critic, and he doesn't want to pay attention to that shit. Do you disagree to that?
No, but it just kind of seems like he's patting himself on the back.
You say no, but it's a tough way to win an argument when you go no, but like you kind of agree with me, and then you go but. Like he sucks, but you haven't really pointed out why he sucks.
I thought I just did.
Because he said he doesn't fuck with anybody except his. I mean, he can't just. I think he's saying when he says I don't fuck with anybody, he means he doesn't fuck with anybody out of his bubble. He just stays at home, stays and then hides from everybody on social media. I envy him. I feel like myself and Will just heard that and went, man, that. You know, man, we don't have an album. Well, actually, Will does have an album, and he could shake the hands of everybody. He could do this if he wanted to. I do not. I guess I do. I have this, and then I can see people outside. I envy him. I know. I feel like you took it offensively when he said that he doesn't fuck with anybody, and then he mentioned that he does fuck with like 5 people. But I you know what he's saying. He's like, I don't fuck with anybody. Like, and I can relate. I feel like this. If you're trying to do what you're trying to do, that doesn't have anything to do with all the other hype around it. If you're a musician or a runner or a cop or whatever it is, you're not obligated to be in all the rest of it. It's kind of like seems like, you know, if you're a musician and or a radio guy or fucking, you know, really good at something, it's because you want the attention. So of course you go to Twitter because it goes part and parcel with your ego or with your temperament. Because most people I've met that are big on Twitter or, you know, good race car drivers, they're fucking egotistical maniacs. Even the ladies, they'll keep it on the hush hush, but they fucking love each other. They love themselves. So it'd be cool if more people did this, because it'd be cool if kids copied it more.
I just don't need to know
Kevin
what,
completely.
like.
But he sucks though. Is it because he sucks? Is his music suck? Because I haven't heard his music. Would I just be like, you know what? I don't care what he says.
I've never heard his music.
Okay.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Alright.
He sounded like a dick in that clip.
But he's got a song with anybody call 855-ELS-41 if they disagree or agree with Kevin that dude sounded like an absolute dick then because he doesn't want to fuck with anybody.
I don't need to know what somebody had for breakfast of their rock. It used to be that rock stars were mysterious.
Well,
And I
rock,
think it's cool.
but that's such. If the Rolling Stones had Twitter when they were like blacked out shooting up, they would have posted
Yes,
shit.
but they didn't. So there was some mystery to it.
Yeah. No, it takes a special, famous person that says, I don't fuck with that stuff.
Yeah,
At this age, that's
yeah.
crazy for him to call that.
Every corporation, anything that's a business, has to be on all social media. It's part of the plan, you know.
Is he a singer? Is this him singing as well? I was gonna say, somebody's bashing it. He can't sing like that. Wait, so is he sing rap? Like, was that him crying? No. Oh.
That's a black dude.
So he doesn't do any. Oh yeah, good point.
Logic is a white dude.
Wait, they just found gay dudes in the bedroom?
Yeah, so it's like an anti-teen bullying, don't turn to suicide song.
Oh, that's cool. Where the fuck is this guy? God, this song sucks balls. Sorry, I mean it's positive. It's great. Wait, they're in a Range Rover blowing each other? What's wrong with that? A Range Rover. Champagne problems. Okay, dude. Can you show me him doing...
So this is him singing, rapping during song.
Alright. Okay.
That's what
Elevator music, right? Like, I can't even...
That's what all this stuff sounds like. You know? It's just noise. Can't even understand the lyrics.
Yeah, but that's like I said. It's like the corporate entertainment has seized the masses. Look, dude, if it fucking cures AIDS, doesn't mean if it's a shit song and he's full of shit, that you can't duck it. You know, like, okay, positive message, got it, but you fucking suck. You're weak as shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not coming with you. Everybody watches it because you're all weak as shit. You're all into basic shit.
Does he only have this one song? Is that
Must have a lot. Wait, so he's new? So he's about to be huge. Wait, is he? Because now I just realized who he is. He's like, what's that other guy? Macklebum or whatever. Who? Yeah, he's like the new Macklemore, right? Like Macklemore's watching this going, fuck! Yeah, but what about when Mackleballs was on the boat talking about sucking dicks or something? Did he say gay people are cool on the boat? Right, which is awesome, because everybody needs to know about that stuff. I do that all the time. I'm still allowed to say that you mean like your accent sucks. Yeah, because it's white. See, I don't feel sorry for you. It's hard for me to feel sorry for my daughter. With these pains of these white people that they're going through. You know, I'm like, I try to tell my kid. I don't know if the car thing. He made fun of some dude's car on YouTube, and it was like some fucking Mazda old school thing with like all the plastic shit on it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's your problem, dude, because you don't get it. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, if you ain't gonna get money and you're pretty sure you're never gonna get any money, then you get a piece of crap car and you'll make it look like a sports car. Because you're never gonna. That's what I like. Daddy put his plastic thing on the back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or stickers that were fake. Like because it was never gonna happen. You just think like you're gonna get a Mercedes Benz when you're older. Because everybody who picks up everybody from school's got one. That's not the case.
Yeah, but don't say that it's you can't feel sorry for a white guy with problems. It's about
I know.
Certain type of. It's about socioeconomic class.
I know, but everybody needs to put their phone down and have a look around at where they are.
Yeah, because look, I grew up.
It's not that bad. It's only bad because you're in this social media world where everybody can't compare to the people that are on there the most. You can't compare to 12 million followers because I show my ass in every fucking photo. You feel lesser than her because she has 12 million followers. She has 12 million followers of every photo is of the back of her fucking ass. Right. And you feel inferior to her. Butthole. Here's my butthole. Millions of photos of her butthole, but not her hole, just her butt, because she's not a whore. Like, you're all fucking idiots. Right. You know what I mean? And that's like the most popular thing on there is to watch a person's exercise pants show you appropriate angles of her fucking ass so you can imagine coming on it. Like, it's just absolute. Everybody is on board with being stupid. Everybody favors dumb, weak shit over like facing the fucking real deal. Getting over it.
Like a 13, 14-year-old kid who thinks he's a rapper with a whole like stacks of money and guns and stuff, and yeah, they're super popular on Instagram.
You know, musicians could save you when you were a frustrated kid back in the day. You know? And if you smell the cheese, you can't save me. And kids smell cheese way faster than we do. That's the fucking gift. You know, that's why kids call the shots. That's why fucking old corporate people try to fucking think of the new thing, because kids are going to know about it. And you're going to be ready to corporately put your fucking name on it and sell it to everybody. You know, like, I don't even think the music of my day was going to save me. I had to go back a little bit, but I wouldn't have gone back if my music of my day wasn't somewhat attached to the music of yesteryear, where somebody was really fucking going for it, and all he thought about was just making that fucking song. not about getting any money or anything. Or half the music that I was into, they didn't have a video. You couldn't see his face. So it didn't matter what pants he had on. You had to imagine his pants through the music. And you're fucked. You've got no heart. You know? You got no heart when you're into fucking Mackle Balls. You come up against me, I'll tear your fucking chest out. Because I've got Bob Dylan in my soul. Bob Dylan versus Mackle Balls. You know? We go chest to chest, you fucking die every time. And then the world's going to give you bad times. People are going to cut you off. Somebody's going to give you herpes. Somebody's going to take a photo of you unconscious with shit on your underwear and tell everybody. And you're not going to be ready for it because you got Mackle Ball soul. You think you've been touched by Rihanna's song. You know what I mean? Fuck off. She's a great singer. I mean, if she sings it to you in a small room about how you're inspirational, okay, maybe that's cool, but she doesn't give a fuck about you, man. She didn't write all of that. She didn't put it out exactly the way she wanted it. It's like all these other fucking dicks in the mix now. Ask anybody that gets a TV show. They'll tell you it's awesome. You get some other person to tell you what to do with your fucking idea for the rest of your life. 855 Ellis 41. It's an uplifting Monday, and we're talking to Brian.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, so, Logic's not white. He's actually black and white.
Andrew, why are you not telling me this?
I didn't know his race made a difference.
Andrew?
He said he was like Macklemore, so I just wanted to clear that up.
All right, all right.
He's got a lot of songs. He's been around for a while, actually.
And you're speaking highly of him, I can tell, Brian, yeah?
Well, he grew up in my hometown. So.
Right. And he's great for the hometown, good kid?
Yeah, no, he had a rough life. His mother was addicted to crack. His brother used to sell it to her. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rough life for that kid, yeah.
Right, well, there's where the pain comes from. So it's probably real. That's cool. All right, I respect this guy. Just, thank you. I'm just saying, it's legit pain. You guy got some, you know, he's rapping it out on stage and he's sending a great message. Love it. You know, how great of a musician is this kid? Can I hear what he's doing right now? He's yelling at people on stage. Okay, stop it. See, I know what's going on here. And when Brian calls in and says, "Hey, it's not Mackle Balls because this dude's half black," I wasn't calling him Mackle Balls because the kid's white. I'm calling him Mackle Balls because it's some fucking basic ass shit for all you fucking suckers, man. This guy is not a technically advanced rapper. He's just a fucking basic kid. Like, yes, he's gone through a lot of pain and stuff, but what he's doing right now, that's not futuristic. He's like Mackle Balls. Mackle Balls had a great message, but Mackle Balls wasn't giving you anything that was... High-level people laugh at this guy, man. That's all I'm saying. And for me, musical talent is I don't, I'm not going to shit on this kid because he's been through a tough life. I can relate to that. I don't want to shit on the kid. And it sounds like he's going to make millions of dollars, and I hope he turns it around and lives a great life. I just, the actual song, I don't know how much that has for the ability-wise. I don't think it's that great. It's just me. I'm taking random calls. Lots of people calling. Hello, Mick.
Hey, Wolfman Celery Ox here.
What?
So yeah, I listen to Logic all the time. He's on my Pandora, and yeah, Mackle Balls pops up all the time. So you're right with their exactly the same style music. But I kind of like I really like that new 1-800 song, the Suicide Hotline song.
Okay.
But I didn't know that was him when you played that clip of him not fucking with anybody, and that dude sounded like a complete asshole. And then I found out it was one of my favorite artists.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, dude. I feel like you can come across as an asshole, because what I heard there is obviously myself and Kevin heard two different things. When he said that, I felt like he was referring to the industry, you know, and I felt like, you know, these days when he made a perfect point that everybody thinks that they're from Rolling Stone magazine, and you're not. And if you're an artist, you're touchy, man. It's your fucking art. Doesn't matter if it's music, whatever it is. It's your personal thing. And when you got like Butt Wipe from Who Gives a Fuck, who's just like, I fart on everything I see on social media, it's harder for you to live your life. And he's figured out that he doesn't need to see that shit. It was good advice, is what I thought. If you are caught up in that stuff, because it seems to me like the kids are all little pop stars. You know, they've all got their little. They post their photos, and then their friends make their comments, and we're all aware now of what it's like to be on social media. I mean, I don't know anybody who hasn't had somebody say something mean to them on there. You don't have to be anybody. You just, it's almost like the way. You know, it's like driving tenfold. It's kind of like when you're at an intersection walking. Do you tell the person in front of you, "Hey, fuck it, move"? No, because you're on foot. But get in the car, you'll do it. Get on Twitter, and you'll go fucking you'll go even harder. You'll actually somehow convince yourself to meet each other and fight.
It's true.
Blair.
Hey, Jay, what's up?
Hey, Blair.
I was just calling to kind of take Logic back on this.
Okay.
Kind of an odd comparison, but I kind of see Logic, that particular song, as kind of like his Inner Sandman, where it was kind of the song that brought him to the public light. But you go back to the albums before that, this kid can rap his absolute ass off.
Okay.
If you go back to his first album, look up the song Gang Related.
Okay. What do I know? Because I know I don't know.
Just like the first caller said, like, it came up from a rough background, and I'm not even like a rap first kind of music listener. I'm definitely a rock heavy guy, but the kid can rap his ass off, and he does stand for something. And you know, it kind of just goes to the Grammys being all, you know, poppy pop anyways, and you know,
All right.
gives people a bad look on that stuff.
All right. Thanks. There's another opinion.
I'm
You
glad
could be
he's
right.
doing that song. Look, I'm glad he's doing this. Look, this song's not for me, but I'm glad he's doing it because there's a lot of kids out there who feel, you know, disenfranchised, bullied, whatever. And it's good to have somebody saying a positive message.
Yeah, as I said, I found the negative in the entertainment, and I'm pointing it out. I know it's not right. You're right, Will. Positive message. Peyton, welcome to the Jason Ellis Show.
What's up, guys? I just wanted to say two things. To me, social media has been ruined by the Kardashians, and their false sense of everything's perfect. So kids try to project that and want that, and that's not life. And that's my take on that. And also, I think Leonard Cohen won a Grammy last night for "You Want It Darker." I just thought that was interesting. Like, you like that?
That's
Nice.
awesome. Thank you, sir.
It's a great album.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. So did I miss anything from it that I haven't covered? Because I felt like, was there anything else outstanding? Because you could tell me and I'll probably bring up. I'll be like, oh, I saw that, or maybe I didn't. Yeah, I'm not. My wife loves Cardi B. I don't get it. To me, she's like a singing Omarosa. I'm not sure what the fuck happened here. I'm like, wait, is she from Bad Girls? She like stabbed somebody with a hairbrush, and now she's got a band. I'm not sure where she came from. Like, because I see stuff on social media. I'm like, wait, was she a reality show star? Right, so not a singing background. People are so funny. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That was the other thing. Okay. I see. I watch other. Man, I unfortunately fucking have heard the right wing opinion of the left wing people, and when I see shit like that, I understand why they say stuff. Because, you know, oh yeah, just straight up one-sided bashing of the guy. Like, I mean, he still is the president. I kind of a weird.
I didn't see this, but I mean, was this? I don't think this was her idea. Somebody wrote.
Oh fuck yeah,
for
yeah,
her,
yeah,
right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's the end joke at the end.
But
of
she's
it.
willing to participate.
Oh fuck yeah. It's like, and everyone cheers for him. Like, yeah, great. You fucked up so hard that you're reading the book of the president that we're all making fun of. Who is it? He's in charge.
And you're
Yeah, you fucked up. He's in charge.
You're so bad that people would rather have him up there than you.
Yeah, and you got all these people of Hollywood cheering for her, and I'm like, well, you all didn't vote for her because she didn't win. She fucked us. Yay! It's that lady that fucked us. If only I had got off my ass and voted for her. But, boo, Donald Trump, you mean, man. Like, you don't care.
The bigger problem is that both of them suck, and, you know, we don't have any real choice here, you know?
Yeah. No, we're talking about movie stars and fucking TV hosts to be president, because we're just desperate.
Or just as bad, in my opinion, career politicians.
Yeah. I don't know anymore, man. You know, when I get off work, I try to hang out with my kids. That's the other reason why I can relate to fucking Mackleball's The Future or whatever, because I really don't hang out with anybody, because it does kind of seem like when you're a bit of a fucking hoo-ha asshole, you kind of get pulled into stuff. It's always sort of like, can you do this, can you do that kind of thing. You know, if you stay home, then you kind of, you know, Katie and my kids do not give a fuck. I mean, I posted a video on Snapchat. Everyone made fun of me. I was like, we're here in the morning, California. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, I'm talking to people. And Katie's like, she's talking to thousands of people. I'm like, talking to millions of people. No one cares. I'm like, you're right. Nobody cares. But it's just, you know, I can admit it. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to live in a movie, man. You know what I mean? I want it to be a movie star. Everything I do is rock and roll. And it ain't for you. You know, like I walk a certain way when I'm alone. It's my entertainment. You know, I see cameras that don't exist. And when I do shit, I do it the way that I do it. Makes me happy. So, well, you guys made future cameras where I can film stuff and watch it. Well, now I'm in a movie all the time. Me. The movie. Guess who's starring in it? You know, and then every now and then I talk to everybody. And sometimes people say, hey, man, I watched that. I'm like, see?
Somebody watched it.
At least 150 people said to me on Snapchat that they cared. So Devin was wrong.
It's nice to have people around.
And that's not people that just care. That's someone that typed, I care.
It's nice to have people around you that tell you that your shit stinks.
Yeah. But that's to the point where I'm trying to figure it out. There's videos on YouTube now called Cringeworthy. And it's funny, actually, Andrew's the face of one of them. Like, I'm clicking on Cringeworthy on YouTube, and it's Andrew's face with headphones on, and I'm like, what? Because obviously, fucking him and Pooh Fart McGee did some joke, and they made it on YouTube together, fucking holding hands and farting on each other. You gonna fucking high five each other? Yeah, don't high five him for that.
Some company got the rights to that clip, and
What do you mean the rights? Would you get paid for it? Oh my... What do you mean? What'd you get?
Well, they offer you.
Who?
Give you a tiny payout, or we'll give you like 50-50 rights on whatever we do for it. And went with that. And I guess they don't even use it outside their own shit. So they constantly recycling it through their different montages. And here's another fail compilation. And I got hit up by people nonstop. Like, hey, look, you're in a fail army thing. Like, yeah, that fucking contract was a fail army.
This guy making side jobs on YouTube. I know, Andrew's like, fuck, where's my... Did you get compensated at all?
No, I think I had to sign something away, but I didn't know there was...
Wait, you signed on a video that you did with him?
Kevin was like, hey, are you cool with this?
Oh, okay, well...
I didn't know there was cash involved.
Well, there what?
There is.
Millions of dollars.
You don't think there is?
Well, no, because they
Hmm.
they give it to.
You're not getting a goddamn cent, Andrew.
So I think Will filmed it. So Andrew and I.
Does Will know he's getting a check?
Yes.
Seems like if I hadn't have brought this up, Kevin
noted.
was going to keep that check.
No, it goes to me.
Oh, you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Have you been paid yet?
Yeah.
What?
What?
In doubloons? What the fuck?
Look.
Wait, you have been paid for it?
Yeah, like they put a deposit.
Wait, you got paid?
Yeah. It's like it was like.
You gonna tell them?
I did. I told Kevin about it.
Kevin.
I think it's only like $50.
Yeah, it's a.
Well, wait a minute. You guys fucking know that there's money and you're not giving it to Andrew, and Andrew's the dumbhead on the fucking thumbtag?
It's. I'll give Andrew.
These guys.
I'll give Andrew $50.
We shouldn't give him 50 because you only got 50 between the three of you.
I'm the one that broke his hand.
Oh, it's your karate chop that we're
Yeah, it
talking
really is
about.
Kevin's video, to be fair.
Right, and he's not.
I filmed it, but it wasn't my idea to film it. It was Kevin's idea to film it.
Well, I think it was at the Jason Ellis show, so I think
It
it's
was
like I
with
think I
his
should be
phone.
compensated for it too. I mean, I feel like, yeah.
We can all get
What are you fucking laughing at, Betsy? That's corporate getting a piece, baby. That's how I fucking.
Just sit back
Yeah,
and watch the pennies
that's
roll
right.
in.
That's right. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
literal pennies.
Jason Ellis Industries just cashed in on a new YouTube video in the green room. $50 I get, huh?
No.
You're not gonna give it to me.
No.
What? It's mine.
Right now, as we have it, it's divided up against 5 people.
Well, then let's get donuts with it. Yeah,
One
because it seems.
person.
Well, right now you have it.
Yeah.
Right, and you're saying that like that's cool.
I didn't make up the law.
The law. Yeah, but once you get it, he fucking karate chopped his hand.
Yeah.
Andrew held it and showed his dumb face and now it's a thumbtag. You don't want to. I'm just saying donuts. Because I feel like I want a piece. Fuck it. Betsy deserves a piece. I mean, actually, Betsy deserves equal or if not more because she's a lady. Hashtag me 5. I don't know.
That's sexist.
What is?
Saying that she deserves more because she's a woman?
Yeah, she does. See? She deserves more. Not Betsy, but other ladies. I'll be you know what, I'm just going to leave that alone. It's great to be here, though. It's Monday, yeah? I don't give a fuck about Rhonda. I shouldn't say that. I'm happy for her. Yeah? I saw it on Good Day LA. That's where I get my news. Even they've reported it. Yeah, I'm happy.
They're not even doing news.
I saw an interview with her on Instagram where she said she was happy to see people cheering for her again, and that's a thirst that she now has fulfilled, right?
She's quenched.
Yeah, she can get out there and entertain all the people that I like wrestling now because I think that football is a bad idea. You know what I mean? You fucked it up. There's too much knowledge now, and it's just you know, it's kind of like organized crack smoking or organized heroin taking. You know, we're not going to have that game. Yeah, it could be a fun game, but you just know the damage of the athletes when they're shooting up every day. That's going to be bad for them. And when you know someone's smacking their head every day and it's going to be bad for them, then it's going to be less and less. But as far as I can tell, by seeing Ronda Rousey come out and point to a fucking sign because she can't speak English, there was a giant Eagles billboard thing. So it's like, right now I'll watch this, but after this I'm going back to football. So it's sort of like, if there's not too much football, don't worry guys, you can watch WWE because they seem like those guys. People could sit down on the weekend and enjoy that instead, if that was to happen.
Men are still getting smacked around, but
even though I hear that the dude that owns wrestling is trying to bring back his football. See, I'm only good for that if it's the people from his wrestling federation in the football games. Right, so it's the racist white people football federation. There might be.
Might be.
That's so fucking disgusting.
Hey,
but they're all. But you all go too far.
There's not enough politics in sports. I've always said.
Yeah, I don't. I'm more. I'm more into at this point what's underground. Like what is out there now? What's a sport? That's kind of the thing that I will back about wrestling. I feel like a lot of wrestling, a lot of kids get out there and make their own wrestling videos. And sure, mums might hit me up and be like, "Whoa, what about all the injuries?" Or "I'm a nurse." Like somebody tell me because I posted videos of my kids driving buggies down some road. There has to be people that get super offended. It's just like your life. You DM me saying the kid, blah blah blah. I'm like, thank you.
That's what mother-in-laws are for.
Well, I'm divorced.
To tell you that you're doing everything wrong.
Anyway, what was I saying?
You're just saying that people will harass you online no matter what you do. So you want to find some other sport to get into.
Yeah, things to watch for if I'm like a guy that listens or a girl. What is new out there? Because I know there's like everybody's a creature of habit, and you just you all watch the game every weekend, but. Maybe there's something out there that, okay, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay. I want to drink beer. I get all that because most of you work all day and then weekends, you're young, all your friends come over and you got your fucking chips and shit and, you fucking look at it, here comes Hightower. You're having a good time watching what? Because you're used to it all the time. But to me, as a guy that, I don't owe anybody. I feel like a lot of people watch football because they fucking owe it to the country or something. Like, I'm fucking down there. You don't watch football. If you don't watch football, I'm like, man, you can be whatever you want to watch. Go ahead and do it. It seems to be this. You're not American if you don't watch it. And I'm like, do you know that when I watch it coming from somewhere else, that you guys have kind of fucked your game up by letting all these corporate people get in because you just break it up so much that it's kind of not a game.
I think there's a lot of people that watch football because that's what they've always done.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's something else out there that we are not aware of that is a fun thing to watch. That is not covered in commercials and bullshit. I'm telling you, for me, I would probably rather watch a amateur wrestling bout than a WrestleMania. Because to me, those guys don't get that hurt. I know that people are calling I don't think I have that many wrestling fans, but I don't think they get that hurt. Not like the ones I see in the videos where they don't seem like they're that prepared and they throw each other on tables with tacks and stuff. And those ones, I'd rather go to an event like that than watch this big mainstream one where Ronda Rousey points to a billboard and we drag like a serious hour out where nobody gets hurt, fake hurt, or real hurt. I don't care.
Everything, but even tractor pulls have sponsors and stuff now. I mean, people, corporations have gotten their hooks into everything that anybody has eyes on.
Yeah, but there's a why? But there's one where somebody's sucking somebody off that's still in there. Because, dude, for you to think about removing wrestling and that one has never been jeopardized at all, that just tells me that everybody who's in curling sucks the Olympics dick so hard. Because it's the same as, the music industry. If you're hard to deal with, maybe wrestling guys were hard to deal with. Because it's the first sport. You're going to ace that and keep curling because the ratings are super high. Like, who are you, curler fans? Where are you? Probably not listening to this. I did see General Butt Naked and a lady that got acid put on her face. Because now I got 2 TVs. So I got
Elvis.
Did he have 2 TVs?
He had 3. 1 for each network.
Okay, I have 3. I was just trying to play to relate to the masses. But okay, I got 3. One's my wife's, one's mine, and one's the kids. So mine's in the radio room. So now I figured out how to use that to play those Vice shows instead of just wacky bloopers on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot more information than wacky injuries on YouTube.
I would hope.
So I've stepped it up. So I go in there and I've got like a dead cow on the ground, and I roll on it with this ball to fix my back while I watch these Vice things. And I saw General Butt Naked, and I've talked about General Butt Naked on the show years ago. A guy that fucking took a bunch of drugs. Him and these guys got naked and went to battle. True story. And then I look more into it, and like he drank the blood of virgins before battle, and he is alive and is retired from. I mean, he's got pants on, and he, you know, he's like religious, and he goes and sees people and he talks to people, and every now and then, like, he'll do a speech. Some of you might have known me from my other name, General Butt Naked. And you're like, dude, you can't say. He's saying General Butt Naked. It's such a weird, because he's African, and it's such. And so obviously my accent was, butt naked is such an American term. So everything else he'll say shit in African, and then just butt naked will come out in conversation. He travels and preaches, and in this thing he told a story where I drink the blood of the virgin before I go to battle naked because it obviously protects us.
While he's still around,
and he's still alive.
Maybe there's something to it.
And he goes to churches and tells people. Some of you might have known me as another name that I used to go by, which is of course General Butt Naked, where I would eat babies and then go to battle and slaughter people. Praise Jesus. Hey, I'm here to...
Everybody's got to be able to change.
How did General Butt Naked get a hall pass to stay alive? Like, after all that. Okay, I am retiring. No more to war for me. And everyone's like, cool, Butt Naked.
As long as you don't do it again.
Yeah. Keep your pants on, we're good.
Seems like you might be brought up on war crimes or something if that was the case.
Yeah, pretty crazy. And then what else? And then the lady in England, this black lady, super pretty, her friend followed her home on trains, and then when she got off the train and walked to the bus stop, threw acid on her face. Acid. Her friend.
I just saw where somebody did a bank robbery in the UK with acid.
Melted her face.
Yeah.
She had to get eyelid surgery.
Oh, God.
And she has to, she had to go. Little pretty girl that was working at Victoria's Secret got into an argument with one of her friends, and her friend said, I'll pour acid on your face. And then a week later, she got acid poured on her face.
Followed through.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Unbelievable, right?
That's horrifying.
And that's what I'm saying. When you get down on the, social media, like, people don't like me, people don't like my pants, people don't like my show. I'm gonna go home today, and you're not gonna pour acid on my fucking face. And then I'm not gonna be. The world, this crazy world with all these crazy things out there. It's just a lady, man. That was just a lady's friend. She's not a convicted criminal. She was just a lady who got into an argument with another lady, and I think maybe they'd known each other for a really long time, and maybe she was jealous of her looks, and something snapped, and she did something so, she had this lady had to go through just several surgeries over and over again. This weird stuff like blasting the acid out of her eyes and stuff. Just stuff that a 21-year-old lady should not go through. And you worry about being fat on Instagram. But it makes me feel better anyway, because I'm a bitch too, man. I get butt hurt easy too. Mark, welcome to the show.
Hey, man. Just wanted to say Will doesn't necessarily know what he's talking about. Love you, Will. But you were saying, like, with tractor pulls that the corporate sponsors either have to hook you for that. Well, in reality, without corporate sponsors, they wouldn't be able to have, not to say the tractor pulls, they wouldn't be able to make as much money. Jason did do that in, when he was a skateboarder.
I'm well aware of that. I mean, that's why.
Hey man, the money's cool. That's what makes it all cool. I said that at the start, and Will did not correct me. He backed me on it. The corporate brings a certain thing, a certain level that, I mean, fuck, dude, corporate, if there was no corporate, there'd be no Mega Ramp. You know what I mean? We didn't have the money to build that. We got corporate sponsors to build that. So there is a plus, there is an upside. I'm just saying, when it comes to suggesting what the artist should do, that happens so much these days that I think what we're listening to and what we're being entertained by is almost half done by people that...
It's people sitting around a
full of shit people
talking about stuff and rounding off any edge off of anything until you've got nothing.
I got way more shit to talk about, but I gotta take a break. We'll be back.
I don't know my tractor pulls.
I know.
Bullshit.
Put it in the middle, but
She's a bit warm. So, I fucking love wrestling. My favorite wrestler is Who Gives a Shit. I got really fucking happy. Rumble. I'm happy for you, dude. Wrestle on. What's up, Curtis Blow?
Fitzsimmons should be here momentarily.
Okay.
And then we should break about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Faction Talk.
You're saying we're offending people right now.
I can like feel it in my throat.
When in doubt, just yell, who here likes eating pussy?
You farted piss out of your dick?
Yeah.
I'm constantly icing my genitals.
You listen to me.
No, I'm not getting group sex. I'm now gonna blow myself.
Fucking comfy.
Come on, don't have sex.
Don't say things that make Sal ding his dick.
Your boyfriend's gay.
Maybe you'd perk up if I fucked you. I fingered my ass once when I was like a teenager.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
The United States of fuck you. You're saying we're offending people right now.
Fuck that.
You're listening to the Jason Ellis Show.
Right. I don't know if I've heard that one before, but that's a good one. I like that. It says a lot about it. Yeah, welcome back to the show. I do have some social media shit that I do answer from time to time. Oh, we have a guest? Okay, good. I'll ask him the question.
Hey now. Sorry I'm late.
Greg Fitzsimmons, how are you, Greg?
I'm well. I apologize. I was supposed to be here a little earlier, but I got
Oh,
held
well
up.
then, shame on you. How dare
You didn't even notice.
No.
That's what I like about this show. Is there's no hard outs. There's no.
There's a hard out now.
There is.
Yeah. We used to be able to just go. I sold my soul to this talk channel. Now we're controlled. We used to just.
But isn't that good for you though? Isn't it good to have a boss,
No.
somebody to rail against? Total freedom is daunting.
I love it.
Really?
Fuck yeah. I fantasize about it.
But you're in a relationship. But you don't have any boundaries
I
in
get
it.
to do it. Yeah, I get to do whatever I want. I feel like really for her, I don't know if it's on purpose, but she's like, you'll find the mistakes of your decisions. Like, I'm not going to be able to tell you because I can tell who you are. Like, I can tell you 1,000 times that's not going to work out for you. You
Right.
need to figure it out.
Right.
It seems like
It's like parenting. It's like good parenting.
I think. I mean, she just understands how I work. Same with her, though. I mean, sometimes she has outbursts where I'm like, oh my god, like you're just dark as fuck, and you just don't see that it's happening right now. And I take that as that. I don't go, oh my god, I'm living with a maniac, which I'm sure
Yeah.
happens to her because we're living with maniacs.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do a TV show about living with maniacs, and it'd be me and her.
Would you consider the reality? I'm sure you've been offered a reality show.
Fuck no, nobody wants to put me on TV.
I'd put you on a
I just
reality
pitched
show.
I just pitched this show the other day, got turned down.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it hard? What channel? Did
No,
you go,
I'm
did you
used
go
to
to,
it. I think the last TV show, somebody sent me on Snapchat that the TV show that I did do, the Wild World of Spike, is now on iTunes somewhere. Like all the episodes are somewhere. But that's the only TV show that I had. The Alice Mania show, but that was kind of a fail.
Right.
So I don't, you know. And then the last time I went in, I pitched to Vice, and they were just, I didn't have it.
I'm pitching there tomorrow. I'm pitching a show there tomorrow.
Well, have fun. Wait, you're not me, so fucking. What do you get to worry about?
Because you're made for that channel. You're literally, your DNA was engineered to have a show on Vice.
I think they said that if I had an angle where if I traveled, doing some sort of like cooking and things like that, instead of just doing the radio show and stuff, they would like it better if Jason Ellis did a show where I went around America, maybe checking out pubs or tattoo shops or MMA gyms or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that just ended. I didn't come back. They didn't say, well, I was like, well, then what if let's do it. A tattoo. I'll travel.
Right.
I think the real thing is you're not the guy. I honestly feel like people might think like the show. A lot of people listen to the show. No offense to all the people that listen to the show, but I feel like it might be. I know that there's doctors and lawyers that listen, but it's like I came from fucking nowhere, and people who listen came from nowhere, or they're still nowhere, and they just got enough money for the subscription. Those are my people.
They're not going to buy high-end
working
Scotch
class
or Ford.
I don't know. That's not true because people buy on it stuff, and that's expensive.
Right.
It just.
I base the show more on your Instagram account. I would buy a show from you based on your Instagram account.
Maybe that might be the thing that pulls them in. But once you check the show and all the things that I've opened up about, it's not a thing that is business. I'm doing it right now with the guys from Hoonigans. I'm trying to race cars. Yeah. They're like, we'll do a show. Let's do a YouTube show together. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, because you guys get me, and you're all motoed out and shit. I love it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to shop around sponsors, and he's like, dude, like sex and your whole thing,
too hardcore.
Doesn't sell.
Right.
But that's if it did, if I was gigantic and I was like Kmart, everybody get down to Kmart, it wouldn't be the same show.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm trying to like from watching the awards. I'm like, people are diluted now so much because it's impossible to be a talent without being injected with corporate shit. So whatever comes out of your mouth is not exactly you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if your show gets picked up, they'll fuck with it.
Of course.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, but I think maybe I always question that of how much I'm an artist and how much I'm a salesman, because ultimately we're here to sell shit. The commercials that come on.
Well, see, I just disagree. Ultimately, you're here to share your talent, which is whatever it is in your mind that comes out of your mouth.
Right.
That's ultimately what you're here to do.
Right.
I mean, and that's the problem. When you ultimately think that what you're here to do is sell, like, ad space.
Yeah.
Well, what about, especially Sirius XM, things like where you pay money to listen to it. Quite frankly, you get paid to be on terrestrial radio. Why aren't you fucking digging deep?
Right.
Everyone just farts out their shit all day. It's not. I don't think it's fair, and it makes me cringe when I hear people blowing smoke on the radio.
Right.
Not being who they are. It's cringeworthy.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, I watch YouTube too much.
But that's the thing about when I do my podcast, Fitzdog Radio.
Fitzdog Radio is huge.
Which you've been on many times. You're one of my biggest like, I get more responses when you're on. People fucking love it when you come on.
They want to see my tits.
They want to see your tits. They want to see when you tuck your penis between your legs and you finger your bush.
I'll do it.
You shave it, I would imagine, right?
Trim it.
You trim it.
Yeah.
You don't shave it.
I mean, my balls and shit. Well, why is it always got... No, Greg Fitzsimmons. I will not discuss my private area with you.
All right, so when I do my podcast and I have ads and I read these ads, I've had some shit sponsors.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. There's been times where I really question
Have you ever had a shit offer and said no because it was so shit?
Oh, definitely. I just had one.
Well, then that's okay, because that's what I do. Every now and then I go, okay, that one makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But most of them, I understand.
Sure.
I'm here.
I'm a consumer.
But this wasn't the plan. But now it's like, you get dropped in this world and you look around and you go, okay, I got kids. I got this whole team.
Yeah.
you know, there's a certain amount of real that is unnecessary here.
That's right.
So I'm trying, because fuck, man, I'm born of blood is such a fucking. I hate punk rock music, but I'm so born to be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me to do that.
But that's why I think having a boss feeds that. I think if you had no boss whatsoever, you would be in a vacuum and you wouldn't have anything to hit. You need something to hit.
Well, they dodge it pretty. They don't really do anything.
They don't give you. They don't give you.
They don't give me shit at all.
Yeah, that's the thing about. I've had a show on probably 10 years or something.
Look, dude,
I've never gotten a note. Never once have they told me.
The difference is I am super fucking talented and super motivated. So when I call you, you're not calling me to pick up my game. You're not calling. You know what I mean? It's just weird when you're like a Kobe Bryant and you don't. You're like, of course you ain't calling to yell at me. Have you fucking seen what I do on the court?
Right.
Like, but I want like you to know that I'm like championship worthy here. That's why I feel like they never call me to say I'm doing anything wrong because I don't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking complete maniac. I don't like insert dicks in holes and tell people they should, you know what I mean, whatever. Will's cringing right now for me to do a demonstration. I understand. I don't have to do anything illegal. We're not going to get fired here at Sirius XM. You're not going to drive me to some drink water in the church. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
So it's not. I'm not as crazy as you want. So there's never. My only thing is, hey man, I'm pretty sure I know. Like as I've demonstrated how to do this. You should listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And know if nobody listens. So really, the only problem anybody has is me having a problem with them.
Right.
They don't have a problem with me at all.
Right.
I actually feel sorry for everybody. I've apologized several times to everybody that I deal with at SiriusXM.
Yeah, I've got. I think it's an interesting setup.
Sorry, Will. Sorry, Andrew. Just there you go. Fucking.
But it is different because if
let me know where that came from.
If you're on terrestrial radio, you are working for the water and the soap and the cars because you're directly answerable to them. Whereas Sirius, they want people who want the experience of free radio, not free in the sense economically, but freedom.
Yeah.
They want to hear. So you're adding to the spirit of what is Sirius XM.
Yeah.
And so you don't even know the ads. I mean, I know with my ads, it's like I go to commercial and they I don't hear them.
Yeah,
I don't even know what's advertising on my show.
Yeah, me neither.
If you were on terrestrial, you would have to know. You would have to engage with the advertisers. You'd have to meet with them sometimes. They would give you notes.
Well, hey, listen to terrestrial radio and listen to this.
Right.
Because, anybody out there knows that have Sirius and then they've got in a car that doesn't have it and you're just in traffic, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Was not aware that they were doing that because that's happened to me.
Yeah.
Not so long ago, but where somebody had a car and I was like, oh my God, I can't, no way.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they've been forced not to be who they are. I mean, you hide them to be a talent and then you shut them down for them to spread their wings and fly.
And then they fire your partner. They all of a sudden you come up with some fucking partner, and then they go, yeah, we focus grouped it, and we feel like we can save $300,000 this year if we get rid of your guy that helped you become number one in this market.
I've heard those stories, and that's always made me. I think I'd be paranoid anyway, but I'm extra paranoid. Like no matter how big the show gets, like I'm 50-50. Like apparently the show's huge, but I'm like tomorrow I could be like, we're almost done. It's almost over.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It just depends on what everybody's saying or a mood swing or
How does that make you feel?
Pathetic. That I can. I usually keep it to myself, but look, you know what? There has been a bunch of shit that has happened lately where I was like, look, I talked to the higher ups and they told me some stuff about some other people that work here about how they're not as motivated as I am.
Yeah.
Not trying to get up
and do
like the prime time slot. And when I hear shit like that, I go, well, you guys definitely know. Because I know what the show does. And then if you're looking at the leader who's like, I'll go 3 a.m. if you guys think it's, or necessary.
Yeah. Right.
I'm fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
Thank God that's not necessary. But other people will not. And they want to run this fucking channel. I'm like, if you want to, enough.
they respect effort. They respect it when you're proactive and you do events and you're.
That's why I don't feel like I'm ever. You know, I mean, every time there's a contractor, I'm just like how many pats on the back am I about to get right now?
Yeah.
Because you can't. You know, what I mean, I talk to everybody. I try to help everybody. Ask me stuff. You know, what I mean, I'm talking to people. This is a question I have for you. This I got girls on Instagram. Just like you know, I know this is going to cause a bombarding, but. You know, I try to answer if there's a real problem or a real thing. It's about the show, about the channel, about somebody on the show, about what's going on with me. But hey, man, I'm addicted to drugs. I'll fucking try to talk to you about it. You know what I mean, like to the point where my wife is like, "You're fucked.
Yeah,
you fucked yourself." So, you know what I mean, when I go that hard, and then Sirius doesn't know, because I'm not gonna call and go, "Do you know how many babies are named Ellis?" You know, like this is I'm working hard
no
here.
No shit, really?
He actually does yeah, and there's like tattoos and stuff.
Yeah,
it's weird.
yeah.
It's a fucking weird thing happened on here.
Right.
It's not all. It's not a plan either. This is not like, oh, I knew. Trust me, I'm brilliant. It was something connected to a certain kind of people that really connected. You know, and I owe them as much as they owe me. We're fucking stuck together.
Well, you owe them. You know they came to the party with you.
I owe them
you know
my
you didn't
on here.
you didn't try to figure out what they wanted and then gave it to them. You brought them who you are. You know you expressed whatever your drug problems are, whatever your sexual things are, whatever your self-esteem things, child molestation. Like you brought that all out, not with a plan that this is going to get this demographic and I'll get the 18 to 34. And that's the fans that stay with you and that will do. And I think as an advertiser, I go, I want the guy who's got a cult. I don't want the guy who's got listeners because he happens to be on in the hour that they're driving from Irvine to LA for work. Right. And so to me, you're an asset. Forget the numbers. It's the quality of the listener, the people that have locked into who you are and the fact that you're committed to being raw and honest, and that as long as you don't change that, you got no worries.
Yeah, ask my wife. It's not going to change. I'm completely committed. Yeah. Some say I should be committed to a place with padding, but hey, I like doing it. But anyway, so I got this girl that goes, "I'm your biggest fan," and I got a lot of them. So sometimes I go, thanks, or I appreciate it, or if it's, unless it's like a legitimate question, I'll just say thanks. I feel like not saying thanks is kind of like a dick move.
Right.
You fucking typed it
out.
You
just write thanks and that's it?
Depends. If it's like in a longer one, then I'll say something else.
But otherwise, you just say thanks.
Hey, man, you fucking rule. I've loved listening to you.
Yeah.
You inspire me. Thanks, man. I fucking appreciate it.
Yeah. Right.
At least I can do.
Yeah.
So
and that means a lot to these people.
I think so.
Fuck yeah.
Because a lot of people will go, like this girl. I think you're on some movie that I was in, Haggard. I loved when you were in Haggard. I'm like, okay, that's somebody who's paid a little more attention to my career, because my movie. If you know a movie that I was in, you're aware of some shit, because I'm only in like 3. Yeah. So I was like, oh, cool, thanks. That was a fun time. And she's like, holy shit, you actually respond? And I was like, yep, sometimes. And I was like, hey, well, hit me up sometime. And I'm like, hit you up sometime.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, what do you look like? Because and she looked like kind of she said something about this is a big lady. And I was like, cool, I want to see that. So it's like, show me your butt. So she sent me a photo of her butt. I was like, cool. She's like, I can't believe you hit me up. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And there's no, like, if she actually wanted to hook up, I'm like, look, I don't know where you are. I don't know where, and you don't know where I am, so that's not going to happen. But if you want to show me your butt, there's a big butt. I liked it. And
naked?
She was like, and she was like, made my day. Yeah. And I was like, awesome. Have a good day.
Will you
and I sent her a photo of me too.
You should send her a photo of the load that you dropped to her.
I sent a. Are you fucking like joking?
No,
or
I'm serious.
Think
that
I should
would
send
be
photos of cum.
Send a photo of cum, just a Kleenex sagging in the middle.
Yeah.
Still the froth, before it turns
I felt
clear.
I felt like I sent her photos in the pool. She's like, "You're in the pool." I'm like, "Yep." And she's like, "I still can't believe I'm talking to you." And she's hitting on me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, then send me a photo of your butt." And I'm like, that's awesome. It was a big fat ass.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Sure.
I'm down. Like if I was in her town and I would and Katie was like, go for it.
Yeah.
I would go for it, and she would be pumped, and I would feel everybody's good.
So you would get pre-approval.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
First you ask and then you do it.
Fuck yeah.
You send her the picture of the ass first.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah, and then it would all depend on what my angle as to why I would want to do it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, and then there's another person who was like, "I'm your biggest fan," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." Just going through it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, "What? You should FaceTime me," and I'm like, "FaceTime you? Why?" He's like, "Because I'm your biggest fan," and I'm like, "Okay, wait, let me look at this person," and then it looks like it's a little girl, like a little black girl,
Ooh.
and I go, "Wait, how old are you?" And she's like 13.
Oh shit!
And I go,
"That's a felony."
I go, you shouldn't be. I'm like, biggest fan. You shouldn't know anything that I do.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be talking to anyone in their 40s for any reason on here.
Yeah.
Do you realize how many bad people are on here?
Yeah.
I'm like, don't ever talk to me again. And then she sent some photo, so I blocked her.
She sent a photo.
Not of, like, I don't know what it was. Not of her doing anything weird. Just a photo, and I was just like, oh my god, like I don't know how this happens, but I know, tell you it happens. When you just say thanks to certain people.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know why a 13-year-old would even know who the fuck
Maybe she
I
wants
am.
some gymnastics training.
Oh. I guess you got to do that when you're a professional comedian. That's just got to be in the pocket.
What's that?
Why don't they just kill that dude? The
Kill-
gymnastics doctor? Is that what you're
dude.
referring to?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to pay for him. They're saying, oh, he'll do live. I don't want him to do live. Like, just give him to me.
Yeah.
Like, people like you, me, and Will.
Yeah.
I'll do it, dude.
Get guys that aren't, and then you have to be the second wave. Send in the weak guys first. Send in me and Kevin Kraft, so it's a longer beating.
Okay.
You know, bad hits.
Oh,
If
so you
get
beat
in there,
him and
you'll
he's
kn-
not dead.
Yeah, you'll knock him out and kill him too fast.
Right.
Send in a bunch of spazzes.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't knock him. I would torture him.
Yeah.
Like I got hate for him. I
Yeah.
could do all kinds of shit for him for days.
Yeah. Well, I think that happens in jail, though. I think guys
Good.
like him they'll get slowly tortured.
Good.
It's a weird design that prison actually exacts the vengeance that these people deserve.
Sometimes, in those cases, it's funny how everyone in jail has agreed to touch kids will fuck you up.
Right.
I
love that.
There's other things we probably don't know about in jail that we probably don't like.
Yeah.
But that one we all agree is pretty cool because I feel like we've all got to be civil. This is where we live. You know, hey man, we can't just kill people.
Yeah.
But really, in jail, you fuck kids, I'll fuck you in the ass and kill you.
Right.
I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah, and then the guy, if he gets fucked enough times, he can petition to get solitary confinement. And now he spends 23 hours a day alone in a fucking hard cell.
Wait.
Which is almost as bad as getting fucked in the ass.
I think that guy would automatically go there, wouldn't he? Just because of the automatic guarantee of his butt fuckery. Like
I think they gotta.
He's the most butt fuck guy.
He should
in
take
America.
a few in the can first. I think
You
you
think
gotta
they'll
earn
let
it.
him?
You gotta earn solitary
They'll
confinement.
be like, yeah, you can have it, but first, let him get a little taste.
Yeah, let him do a lap.
Yeah.
He should be limping to solitary
Do a
confinement.
little parade for us. You little shit.
Yeah, no lube.
Yeah,
Just no lube
There's
allowed.
no lube in jail.
No.
No.
There's spit. Little
Yeah,
spit.
because you don't want to hurt your dick.
Yeah.
You want to hurt him for sure.
I would make him do gymnastics moves while I fuck him. Do a back bend.
Yes, no, force him into gymnastics moves that
Yeah.
he is probably not capable of doing.
That's right. Yeah.
While butt fucking him.
You make him do a split. Get the biggest guy in jail to push down his shoulders.
You got to be pretty gnarly to keep butt fucking a guy when you watch his hip pop out. You know what I mean? Like, to stay hard. Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it for you, Greg. I'll do it for all those ladies. I'll fucking snap this dude's leg in half, and his leg will compound fracture, and I'll be hard fucking his butt with bones and blood coming out.
That's
And I'll be like,
it.
yeah, yes, that's what I'm doing.
Because there's a finite amount of positions. You can wear out the Kama Sutra if you have a good partner.
Right.
But now if you start breaking bones, there's whole new positions available.
The pretzel.
There's
the
the
real pretzel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The broken pretzel. With that extra ketchup.
Right. The centipede.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You're not listening to a commercially friendly person.
No.
I am capable of that guy, of doing that job. I would.
Would you fuck a guy to punish him for rape?
Yeah, I mean, if everybody wanted me to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like a porn star that doesn't do porn. My
Yeah.
dick can do tricks.
Yeah.
I could hate fuck anybody.
That's awesome.
I guess, but no one's hiring me. But
No.
like, yeah, for that guy, if I was like, yeah, man, we want to hire Jason Ellis to rape and torture this guy to death.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right. I mean, you can't film it because you can't put kids.
No.
Watch it.
No, it's a
But
personal experience.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, tell me what you want me to do to him.
I'd make him blow me.
Right. Oh, he's going to be blowing a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. And then that's the thing is if you blow a guy, I mean, there's a couple defenses when you go into jail. First, you claim AIDS. You say I have AIDS, and then hopefully
Nobody
nobody
believes
fucks
that.
you. They don't believe it. So when you get past that, then they make you suck their dick, and you got to decide how you either do it fast and get it over with. But if you do it fast, that means you're good. Word gets around.
You've thought about
now you're
this.
blowing a lot of guys.
Do you think that if a guy, when they have newbies come into jail and they get them to suck them off, if one of the guys is particularly good at sucking them off, word gets out?
He's the hot guy on the block now. Yeah.
Do you think you can actually be good at sucking a jail guy's dick when he's like raping your face? Well, this is Greg's idea, this conversation.
Oh, are we trying to clean up the show?
No.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole Aziz Ansari thing?
I mean, he just sounds like a bad date. You know? Sounds like I mean, she did get to leave and stuff. I feel like cat's out of the bag. A lot of ladies would probably think twice about wanting to go out with a guy that runs game like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think he should be in jail or anything.
Right.
Is that? And then I sort of drifted off with I don't really watch. I'll only come into TV land for like every now and then, like once every 3 weeks. I'll be like, oh, okay, normal people. So I kind of missed. I saw Instagram trying to say something about Me Too. I did Drew's podcast, and he's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, you know, what I mean, I know my wife read that Aziz kept fingering this girl in the mouth, trying to put her in a pussy. He just sounded like he was like really bad and kind of." He thinks he's so cool that you will do him the weird
power
shit.
move. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she was like, I'm no fucking basic bitch, and then eventually got turned off and left.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the end of the story.
I think it's bad for the Me Too movement because.
What is the Me Too movement? Because it's not just him. Is there more?
Yeah, there's a couple other guys.
Who else is Me Too'd?
Yeah.
Right, because he did something. Okay, I'm aware of him. He's on the Me Too list, and then who else?
Who else, Will?
Which is kind of the Me Too one for him, as far as I can tell. Will broke it down to me the other day. It kind of seemed pretty unfair for him, and I don't think that was mean because he gave us a great movie. He got an award, and then you just all you fucked with him for once again I don't see anything there.
I think.
That's what
Garrison Keillor.
I was not aware of that, but when you just fucking unfairly put people in a category they don't belong in.
They haven't been tried.
I know, but you just put me in with wait, is it the Weinsteins as well?
No, his is beyond Me Too.
I was gonna say
his is criminal. There's Me Too. I don't think is. It can be criminal, but I think it's the idea that, maybe you want to warn other women. Because here's the thing: is like when you hear about Steve Wynn, he paid a woman $7 million or something.
Yeah, for what?
I guess he sexually harassed her or raped her. I don't know, whatever he did.
Oh,
but this fucking bitch, this bitch took the money.
Yeah.
Now, so you basically could have gone to court, pressed charges, put a guy behind bars so he doesn't do this again, or you can cash out a nice fucking fat check and let the next girl be a victim.
You'd be a little bit of a comedian putting the edge on it, right? You're not serious.
No, I'm dead serious.
You've never.
I think
you've never had anything happen to you before, then.
No.
I don't think that you know what you're doing.
But why would you take $7 million?
I'd take $7 million if I was abused to
keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But I already got in a situation. I already think I'm worthless. I'm a prostitute. Sorry, most prostitutes, but you've got some issues. I can admit it. I feel part of me feels worthless, and they're probably even more scarred than I am. And you're gonna fucking. I'm already agreeing to sex and money all the time. Yeah. I'm not feeling that great about it. Right. Maybe some girls are, but most aren't. And then this dude beats me, and then he wants to give me $7 million. I'm out of the fucking game. This is the last rat that I'll ever have to play around with.
You're not the last one that he's gonna molest. And
you're not thinking that at the start, and that's like saying you got to go in there and do all this shit to save somebody else. Like you're worried about yourself. You don't watch fucking Law and Order. They're terrified.
Right.
They're in shock.
Right.
How dare you
But then should you
back
be
that guy in any way?
not backing him? I'm saying that women need to not take money to be quiet about crimes. I don't know how
Yes.
that became. It happened with fucking Donald Trump. Well, with Donald
you
Trump,
would-
it's
you
different.
would do
He
it.
didn't molest. He didn't molest.
You would do it.
I would take the money
Yeah.
and shut up?
Yep.
I don't think so.
I think if I gave you...
I'd take the money and then I'd tell anyway.
That's what she did.
Yeah.
That's why you hating on her.
Well, she waited.
I think you would do it. I think
waited for a
I think
while.
that if someone offered you like $100 million, they could get away with something on you.
Well, you didn't say 100 million.
I'm just saying, she's a broke hooker. You're a Greg Fitzsimmons. You got
Yeah.
money.
Right.
You need $100 million. But if $100 million, I could butt fuck you and rape you and give you $100 million and not tell anybody. And then you knew that I was the butt fucking raper of Sirius XM. I just always butt fucked everybody when they came in here. After like in between the commercial breaks, I just spat it out. And you're like, man, I could save everybody else. Poor Kevin gets butt fucked in here all the time. How? How? Nobody comes in here to save him. Ellis, the butt fucking rapist, strikes again, and you know that. And I'm like, look, I'll give you $100 million because obviously I'm like loaded from Sirius XM. And you would take that, knowing that Kevin probably like every 2 weeks is in here going, help me
for nothing.
Shut up, Copton.
Yeah.
I must rape again until we get another guest. They never give any guests around here. My dick is hungry.
Yeah.
Please, Jason, stop. No. Get me Greg Fitzsimmons again. You would take it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to
You're
get
saying
shit.
you'd rat me out.
I mean, I wonder if I get shit for what I just said. You think I'll get shit for it?
Nah, nobody listens. We got my friend Anthony, who he did time. He murdered someone in jail. It's a long story. He's a great guy now, though. Anthony, welcome to the show.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
How are you guys doing today?
Good, real good.
Pretty casual, pretty casual.
You guys are going off on the whole having a bunch of newbies coming into jail and they have suck cops and whatnot. That ain't how it goes, dude. Nobody ever gets anything done to them unless they get beat up when they first get there.
Well, does it depend on the prison?
They don't figure out who's the good cop suckers until the punks get a hold of them.
And then the word gets out.
And then the word can get out to the rest of the bull dykes and what like shit like that. And if you want to suck dick, you can suck all the dick you want to. But if you don't want to, once the bull dykes find out you're good at it, you're done with it.
What about if I punch a bulldog in the dick?
That ain't gonna do shit.
What?
Piss him off. The only way to stop the bull dykes is murder.
Oh.
Wait, a guy is a bull dyke?
That's a t-shirt. It's a fucking tough t-shirt, but it's a t-shirt nonetheless.
What they call bull dykes in prison are basically big guys that don't classify themselves as gay. They'll take your ass whenever they feel like they want it.
Yeah,
Got it.
That's what I'd be.
Yeah,
I'm a bulldog.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That are in there and they, you know what I mean, they'll take all the dick you'll give them and whatnot. You
Yeah.
get guys, they're different than a bull punk.
Yeah, well, I'm a bulldog, so trust me, Anthony. I know the difference between a homo and a guy that's not having as much fun.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just walk through prison, sticking my dick in everybody's fucking mouth, and if you don't like it, I'll shank you.
Yeah.
I'm a bulldog.
And there ain't too many bull dykes that actually make guys suck their dick. They usually just take your ass.
Not me,
That
Anthony.
whole thing, a lot of guys, you know what I mean, you stick something in somebody's mouth that they don't want, their first response is to bite it off.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I rough them up a little first.
See a lot of that shit where guys are forcing guys to suck them off and shit like that, dude. I did a lot of years in prison. I ain't never seen anybody force somebody to suck a cock.
Right, but you've seen some. There you go.
I ain't never seen nobody get forced to suck a cock.
Right.
Now, when you see somebody get raped, do you just walk away or do you stand there and watch?
You know, you walk the fuck away or else fucking you're dead too.
Yeah.
Right, you're gonna get butt fucked.
All
Right.
right. Where does it happen? Like,
If you see it, you know what I mean, and then fucking something happens,
Right, you're a witness.
you're gonna get busted for it, they're gonna look at you thinking you're the one that told.
Right.
Became a narc.
so where does it happen? Do they go into the victim's cell and rape him in there?
It depends on what prison you're at. I've seen them happen inside bathrooms. I've seen it happen inside cells. I've seen it happen inside the kitchen.
Yeah. No, you can butt fuck pretty much anywhere, Greg.
Yeah.
There's blind spots everywhere in the prison.
If it's in the bathroom,
That boy even a little bit. There's blind spots everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
if you're in the bathroom and the guy is taking a dump, you got to wonder, like, do you let him take the dump first or do you do it afterwards?
This is Greg, Will.
I don't know. I've never been on that.
Wow, you stumped Anthony. That's how fucking gross you are. Thanks, Anthony. Later, mate.
Another thing,
Yes.
thing
Yep.
I called you and told you back. I came back from the doctor 3 days ago. I killed cancer too.
That's what's up.
All right.
That's how he does it.
Had
Well done, dude.
Had prostate cancer. That shit's gone.
Good man.
That's a tough man.
Cleared clean bill of health 3 days ago.
Congratulations, dude. Anthony.
Right on, brother.
There you go.
I like
Michael.
that guy.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. That's how you get. That's how you beat cancer, by being tougher than it.
That's
So-
that's not true.
Yeah, mentally tougher. It's true.
They say they did studies. They said all
I don't
that
give a fuck what your study
frame
says.
of
I
mind
can
shit
bet-
doesn't have anything to do with it.
Fuck you. Fuck your
So
study.
if you die
They
of
do
cancer,
study-
that
they do
means you're
studies
weak?
that prove that. They do studies that prove that flossing doesn't help your fucking teeth. Just because they write it, don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not true. You
Yeah,
can
fuck
mentally. I
science.
meant to fuck everybody. I can mentally do stuff with my mind.
All right.
The day you believe them is the day it's over.
All right.
So tour dates for Greg Fitzsimmons, because you don't just do radio. You go and say stuff on stage, right?
I do a lot of stand-up comedy, and lately I got to tell you, get out to the shows early because I've been selling out everywhere.
You're big.
It's
You're
good.
like
Well,
Lady
the thing is,
Gaga.
I don't try to play theaters. I play clubs, and so because of that, I'm able to fill them up.
Yeah.
And get
February 8th and 10th at the comedy off Broadway in Lexington.
That's right, Kentucky.
Did you know that?
That's right. And then Valentine's Day, February 14th through the 17th, St. Louis Helium Comedy Club.
I love heliums.
New Jersey, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. I'll be at Bananas.
I love bananas.
February 23rd and 24th. And then Cap City in Houston, March 1st through the 3rd.
Right. If I was in jail, I'd be using my banana all the time.
There it is. I'd eat the banana.
Oh, you eating the banana whether you like it. Not Fitz dog. It's like rapist.
I just learned.
Serious
to
XM
like it.
rapist.
I
What?
think that you can
Yeah.
learn.
That's
you
what I
have
feel
to
like I could do.
mentally transform into somebody who likes to suck dicks. If
I
that's
feel
what
like
you're going to be doing.
I feel like all my victims would start to enjoy it
Yeah.
and would look for them, be like, when is Jason the Raper coming over to my cell?
You're getting post-it notes on your
Yeah.
cell.
Here we go. All aboard.
You can't text, so it's just like, "What's up?"
I can just dish it out.
Yeah.
No problem. I got no problem with dishing it out. So you look fit.
Yeah, I've been working out.
Really?
Playing hockey tonight. I'm in a league.
Bullshit.
Yeah, play ice hockey.
You ice skate.
Yep.
Are you really on the ice doing it real, or are you on that
Doing it
fucking
real. No.
bitch ass rollerblading
Fucking
shit?
Up in Van Nuys on the ice, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and
Me and the
you-
boys.
So you can in amateur hockey, they fight for sure, right?
Yes.
So have you had a fight?
It's been a while. This is over.
But you had a
4
hockey
league.
fight.
Oh, I've had tons of hockey fights.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. But a lot of times when you skate at my level, you wear face masks. So you got to try to get that helmet off.
Yes. No.
Otherwise, you don't even take your gloves off. You just punch each other in the face mask with gloves on.
I will not fight somebody with a face mask. I will not fight anybody talking shit with a face mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot take the face mask off.
Yeah, I know. That should be the move.
Yeah, I can't take you serious.
No. I just did a thing for the NHL. They hired me to go up to, I went to Boston. There's a guy named Chara, who's a 6'9" defenseman for the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
Biggest guy to ever play hockey.
Yeah.
And this guy he's an all-star. He's one of the best players in the league.
He can ice skate.
He can fucking skate. Look at him. And so we went out and
It's cheating, really.
and I pretended to fight him, and he just held
Postmates, Betsy.
He held me, and I just windmilled as fast as I could, trying to get near him. I couldn't even fucking touch him. And then he threw me down, and he pulled my shirt over my head.
Well, that's actually that's a fucking freak of a guy.
Yeah, he's from Slovakia too.
Are there usually tall people in hockey?
Not necessarily. Small guys do really well. There's I would say. I also interviewed Michael Grabner for the Rangers. He's about 5'10".
Yeah.
And
Chara's like 7 feet with skates on and has one of the hardest shots in the entire league.
You mean
8 miles an hour, his slap shot. It's the fastest ever recorded.
So he's good at scoring?
He scores a lot for a defenseman, yeah.
But he wouldn't be very sneaky, right? He's too big.
No, they don't leave. Like, when there's a power play, he's nowhere near the ice. They put the fast guys out there for that.
Right. I was going to say, he can't be a fast guy on skates, right? He's remarkably fast for how tall he is.
He's also famous for being the guy who trains harder than anybody in the league. He plays a game, and then he works out for 3 hours afterwards, every day. He rides his bike to the... Yeah, he's a badass.
That doesn't do anything.
All plant-based nutrition.
He's probably got no penis. Guys like that have no penis.
Well, a small penis for him would be a huge penis.
That's
for
it,
me.
no, but I'm saying if he has a micro penis on that giant body, it's
Yeah.
even more micro.
Yeah.
And that's probably what's going on, and that's what keeps him motivated in the gym.
Right.
Because, I mean, he pees out of like a little wiener clit.
Yeah, it's just
That
it
makes
looks
him
like
angry.
balls that are urinating.
Yeah. I don't think he even has balls.
Well, we should bring him in. We
Wait,
should say
did he
that
make
to
a
him.
baby?
Yeah, he's got 2 kids, I think.
Yeah, all science, they can do anything.
Look at that. Look at that wife. Hockey players get the best wives.
Well, he's got skates on, right? Because he's extra tall than
Yeah.
they're there. But yeah, good for him. He's
Nice fucking guy.
nicest guy you've ever met.
He's a gentle giant. He was like a really sweet guy. We worked out. He was thinking of funny bits that we could do.
Yeah.
They weren't funny, but we did them because.
Well,
what are
I mean, you
gonna
can't.
not?
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
can't
do
ice
it.
skate. He can't make jokes. Yeah.
You do chin ups and I hold your feet, but we only show your face, and then we pan. He said pan down.
Yeah.
And we see me pulling up your feet. There it is.
Wow, you guys are a great team.
Yeah.
You guys should move into a house together and do a TV
I
show.
would. That's Michael Grabner from the Rangers, and that's Coach Shore, captain of the show. Oh no, he's not the captain.
Wow, so you're like a huge hockey fan, and now you're in the mix with all the
In
best
the mix,
dudes.
yeah.
That's like me when I get to hang out with UFC fighters and
Yeah.
shit. That's
It's
awesome.
a fucking buzz, isn't
Right?
it?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
just
it's
like
the
you
best.
for like 2 days later, you're still like buzzing from
Yeah.
it.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when like their personality is so gentle compared to how you see them when they're playing their sport, and you kind of feel like they're pussies a little bit.
Why?
Well, because they're intimidated by me because I'm a comedian and we're doing comedy, so they feel. I mean, this guy, English is a second language. Couture's from Grabner's from fucking Norway or something. So they're intimidated, which makes you feel powerful over them. You look at my Instagram.
Always looking at your Instagram.
Yeah.
You're the most Instagrammed person in comedy today. Did you get Postmates, Betsy? Is that taken care of? Okay. Oh, he has to go? Fucking bullshit. All right. Good talking to you.
Sorry, man. I got to go talk to the people that I'm pitching tomorrow at
yeah.
Viceland. So the producers, I got to meet with them and go through the pitch.
I was going to say, tell him I said hi, but don't do that.
I am. I'm going to fucking look them right in the eye and go, yeah, Jason Ellis says hi.
Why?
Because they're put... I
the
can't
reasons?
fucking believe that network would not pick up a show from you. That's insane.
Oh, membranes. What are they good for? I like you did. I wish you would come on the show more.
I will.
That was bullshit.
All right, now I'll come in more. I love being on here.
Greg Fitzsimmons, everybody. We'll be back.
All right. Thanks, brother.
No worries, man.
Look at you guys, 2 on the nose.
Right there.
That's a hard out. Let me take a picture I can put on Instagram. What's your favorite backdrop to the picture? Want to do the step and repeat? What's that? The Sirius XM wallpaper? No. Too corporate. We can see if we can have Will in the
This is
background.
Greg
open up some,
Fitzsimmons. He's a fucking mad dog. I didn't know that you were a professional ice skater.
Yeah, see that? There, that tooth, that's knocked out. 13 stitches across there.
What happened to your entire face? What happened there?
That's fucked up.
Look at mine. You're alright. Where are you? Yeah, okay, you type it in. See if it
Which
comes
one
up.
is this? For Instagram?
Yeah.
My name, okay.
Oh, there you go.
You're one of the few people I follow on Instagram.
Well, I'll try to be as entertaining as I can.
No, you are. It's very visual. Very visual. It makes me feel like I'm not trying hard enough in life.
Yeah, then you can start now. Because we're in the middle of it.
I've been hanging out on the couch after work lately, so.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I got my little gym in my backyard, so now I'm just not leaving.
Yeah.
My wife said to me, let's go to the beach. And I'm like, how about we fucking stay here and hang out in the fucking pool that I have to pay for to live? Like,
I know.
no, I don't want to go anywhere.
Now, I think it goes in streaks. Like, I go through periods where, like, I go on the road. I always say to my friend, I was that guy.
I'm Mackleball.
Which means like I go to St. Louis and it's like I was the guy that rented a bike and went along the river.
See, but you travel, dude, weird
But I
shit when
mostly
you
don't
by
do
yourself,
that.
though.
Once in a while I do that. Usually I just.
Because you gotta go get weird when you buy something. Like otherwise you just sit in the hotel, right?
Yeah, depressing as shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Should I call you for final calls?
You know what I like? I like doing the local radio.
Thanks.
And all comedians hate it. I don't mind it. Get up, fucking got some funny guys.
But when you go to
shit.
Kentucky, there's no talk. So are you doing like sports or what?
No, they have more. They all have like the. It's usually like the classic rock station.
Oh, right. There you go.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate you having me.
That new episode of Crashing last night, fucking solid.
Oh, thanks, man.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Hello?
That was easy. Everybody thinks that. Well, I wrote it, but Bill Burr came in and changed all the lines. So it made me look really good. Don't tell anybody. All right, see ya.
Hey, dude. You seen Greg's new show, Crashing? It's really good. I think you'd like it. A lot of stand-up stuff.
TV show?
Yeah, it's on its second season. He joined, I think, this season. But it's been solid.
Is the show that Artie was in, or is in? Is he in the second season too?
Yeah. Yeah, Bill Burr was in this most recent one with Artie.
You win, Will?
For the psychic,
Yeah.
if you want me to be.
So he's ready to go. Just talking to Jude's people, they said he read Jude and nailed him like creepily, perfectly. So,
Do you think? I'm just asking. Do you think Kevin would be better with psychic guy? I think he's funnier.
do you want to leave? I mean,
I just thought.
more people in the
Yeah.
studio for him to kind of.
Yeah,
like,
I was more on your reaction of what his opinion is of Kevin and me.
Cool.
Do you want to point at you?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll sit in Tully's chair while he's here. If you want. I mean, because I don't want to like purposely embarrass him, but I also just know that it's bullshit.
Wow.
Do you want him right off the bat?
Definitely want you in.
Right off the bat.
Come in, Alpha.
Okay.
So did you say you're sitting in Tully's chair?
The plug is on Kelly's chair.
You can have him sitting over there. My God, what was that? Ginger or something?
Oh, it's a bunch of shit in it.
Ugh.
Fucking hell. Oh.
Where did you want him to sit?
In the middle.
In the middle.
I read
You
him.
want me to see the angle? I had you all angled up. It was perfect.
Andrew comes back. I talked to him.
Fuck, sorry.
See, now would you?
She's watching me. She's proud.
Yeah. Prison Break.
Yes.
Do you want to start it?
Really thought that was
Mhm.
hilarious. And really like that.
Fitzsimmons in favor of prison. That's what it'll be.
Guys, in or what?
Yeah, they're coming in.
By the way, I'll look up that information. I'll tell you what the total is, but it's honestly like $60 or something.
Oh.
Hi, it's Larry King. You're listening to Jason Ellis. Your head says button or killer.
Butt snorkeling, mate.
What does that mean?
It means I get down in the butt and I go diving. You know what I'm saying?
You're not Jewish.
No, I'm not.
No, I can tell.
But I tell you what, the ladies enjoy it.
I checked up to Larry King.
Hey, welcome back to the Jason Ellis Show. It's Monday. Telly, as I said earlier, dying. Maybe never back again. We're all dying, so suck a butt. Speaking of dying, we have a guest who speaks to dead people, right?
That's a nice segue there.
Well, I'm a professional who is always amateur. Here he comes.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Bill Phillips. Chuck those headphones on.
Yes.
Busy guy today.
Yes.
Doing, you were on the Jude Show?
I was, yes.
And apparently, oh, you just laugh immediately when I say the Jude Show. He's a very funny man, isn't he?
Yeah, it was good.
So you are a man, as all I know is that you are a psychic, and you can speak to dead people. Is all I need to know.
Okay.
I recently, I would say recently, because only one time has it ever happened to me where I would say I was trapped and bombarded by 3 people. It's because of my friend. I went to the podcast and I got a reading, and
oh, cool.
It was pretty scary, pretty emotional.
Yeah.
My friend Will here, completely skeptic.
Okay.
But apparently you guessed a lot as to what Jude is like or something. I don't understand how. I mean, it's pretty.
Were you the word guessed? You used that word guessed. So I think you're also skeptical.
You know, I think it's important to be skeptical. Like I had told him earlier, it's you want to make sure that you're getting a genuine connection. You know? Yeah. But the way that intuition works, I think that sometimes pop culture sensationalizes it a lot, where you expect to have someone who's seeing these headless bodies walking around. That's just not how it works. You know,
you get like little.
It's like playing charades with an energy that has no body anymore. So that's basically how the connections work.
And you can do it. You can like take a phone call and talk and help them on the phone.
I can.
From not even in the same state.
Absolutely. In fact, most of my clients are not local. They're all over the place.
Because the person that was talking to me, I was talking to one person that was in the room, another person that was on Skype from fucking Australia, and was like, mate, you know what I mean? You know, this girl was telling me how, mate, you know what I mean? I know about some shit and I'm like, you're on Skype, you know what I mean? And then some other person on the phone, I'm like, okay, for all you guys, and at the time, I believed it. Me and my wife were emotional about it. And then after, I was like, well, I'm easy to, you can just Google me. So you can just find out about me.
Yeah, that's, I read for a lot of celebrities, and that's always the biggest thing is like, well, so-and-so could have known that, but usually if I have a full session with them, there's always things that are not available on Google that prove to them that it's legitimate.
So, like, you obviously, you've got a lot of people that speak highly of you that are creditable people that, in their own right, and lots of people are skeptical of all this kinds of stuff. Like, how do you?
I try my best to educate people about it because I feel like I understand why there's that stigma about it, you know, especially, you know, being here and going down and seeing on every corner like a, you know, a psychic shop or like
right, because
like that,
so you are aware that a lot of people that do it are full of shit.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you've had this talent since you were a child, I would guess.
I was 14, and I had a more of a tragic story. So my mom passed away when I was 14. I hadn't seen her in almost 6 years. She actually kidnapped me when I was 6 years old and took me to New York, and she had her own drug and alcohol addiction. So I was taken back to California when I was 9, and I saw her when I was 14, almost 15, on her deathbed that night, and she died that same night. So I was devastated. I was her only child. It was a horrible experience. But 2 nights later, I woke up to her in the room, and I thought I was going crazy.
You woke up to her in the room as a piece, or like an actual your mom?
My mom.
Like, so this was a different connection entirely.
Absolutely. It was not, she was not suffering anymore. She was glowing. She looked beautiful. It was not like a, you know, it wasn't how she looked when she was suffering in life, which was comforting for me. So. And
you see that at 14, and you have a conversation with her?
I heard her talk to me.
She said some stuff to you?
There was not a conversation. It was a one-ended conversation.
And then from then on, you were able to talk to other people and talk to their relatives, or how's that work?
Then a couple weeks later, I did find myself in a strip mall in Orange County, and there was a psychic shop there, and this woman obviously had some kind of ability because she walked out and she told me that I had this amazing gift and that it would be 3 years until I understood what she was talking about. I thought she was crazy. So 3 years later, I found myself going to a metaphysical shop because I was so curious about what I had been experiencing after she had passed. And I was basically put to the test with it. And so I was sat down with a complete stranger. I held her hand. And within a few minutes, probably 5 minutes or so, I was able to connect her with someone who had passed away that was very close in her life. So what I had told her was that I sensed a female energy. I saw blonde hair. I saw a J initial, which might sound kind of vague, but then after that, I saw in my mind prescription pills overflowing a table. So I explained to her what I was experiencing. And at that point, a teacher walked by and said, "Well, how would you interpret this?" Because going into it, I didn't know. Well, what does it mean? And I said, "Well, overflow, overdose." And the woman broke down in tears and had told me that her best friend Julie had committed suicide of a drug overdose, and she was blonde. So that was my first experience ever being put to the test with it.
You're saying you were shown a J. You saw a letter J.
I did.
Do you ever receive a straight up name?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it's less of a charade for you. Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm fucking Jim's brother, and tell Jim, and you're like, he just said straight out this, and that, and Jim goes, whoa, and that's the end of it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes a little bit more difficult.
Every spirit has their own way of communicating, and just so you guys know, what they're doing is they're tapping into my database. So it's not like they're actually like, hey Bill, it's so and so, tell them this and that. It's like
because when I die, it's not it's over, right?
No, it's not over. Are you kidding me? No, it's not over. It is not over.
Well, what? That I'm waiting for you so I can tell somebody who's alive that, like, don't give up. You're doing great down there.
Absolutely, and to also
that's what I get. That's what I get after this, is to float around waiting to tell my son that he did great in fucking basketball or something. Like, fuck that.
Well, here's the thing. This is how they show us through these little validations that they're around us. But if you really think about it, they've crossed over. They're in a really good space. There's no emotional baggage hanging from them, because when we die, we leave behind our physical shell, and within that physical shell is the anger, the fear, the resentment, all of those elements that we don't take with us when we die. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, education is really important with this, because if you think that you're going to be depressed when you die and you're going to be, taking all this with you, then of course it doesn't sound that enticing. But when we really know the spiritual truth of it, which is that when we do go back home, we're in a beautiful space, that really does show us that there's something more to look forward to when we do cross over.
So if you're having a shit life, you would advise that you kill yourself?
No. Not at all. No. And I've
what? I mean, he just said, like, if all the worries, not because I was gonna say to Bill, what if I'm really good looking and I've got a lot of money and I'm in my prime and I die, Am I not fucking angry? Because there was no reason. I didn't have any bad times. There wasn't any drag, emotion, pressure. I was on fire. So I don't want to go to the spirit world where I can give you a pat on the back. I want to go back to my...
And actually, not... So when we die, we are living our own lives over there. We're not always available, by our people every second of the day, because that's
what are we
not
doing?
Reality. We're doing what we love to do in life that we were not able to do because of our...
Can I fuck in the spirit world?
Energy can be exchanged, yes.
I can fuck other spirits.
Energy can be exchanged. So
Right.
again,
Sound like a lot of mind fucking. I mind fuck a couple. I'm not gonna lie, Bill. Occasionally, I do like to just fuck without using my mind.
Well,
sounds like it's gonna be tough in the spirit world.
A lot of people are like that, actually. So I wouldn't feel bad about it. But so what was I gonna say? I don't know where I was going.
People
with that.
are. You were saying people aren't always available.
Right.
To come to you.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of the time, what happens is that. Just like you can call up someone, and have a conversation, we can always put the request out through our intention to have that question be answered.
You ever try to talk to Elvis, like when you're like stoned on the couch with your friends?
No.
You've never tried to talk to Elvis, and you have this gift.
I have not ever tried to talk to Elvis.
Well, you're not an Elvis fan. What about? Is there somebody that you are a fan of that you want to talk to that died? Within my field, this is how this works. They're usually... Elvis was not my friend in life, right? He wasn't part of my family. Okay.
So he really wouldn't have any reason to come around me, and tell me that he was okay.
But what about if you were with Priscilla Presley?
Then yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Gotcha.
Otherwise,
have you ever
he's just sending you straight to voicemail.
Have you ever reached out to Priscilla so that you can talk to Elvis?
I have not reached out to Priscilla, but I have read for a lot of people that are publicly noted that in which their people did come through with a lot of healing information and validation. So,
what's your view of the afterworld or whatever?
My view of it?
Yeah, like just from working as a psychic medium, has that painted a clearer picture of what the afterworld is, or kind of just spirits floating around Earth, heaven and hell, purgatory?
It's helped me understand that it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be when I was a child. Because as a child, when I was in bed, I would see faces floating around me, not sure what to make of it, But there is a dark side as well as there is a light side. So I connect with the light side. But I like to give analogies to a few different things. Have you guys ever seen The Lovely Bones before with the girl that's murdered and she helps her family find her murderer? Do you ever see that movie?
I haven't.
That is a good, or also Hereafter with Matt Damon as well, which actually profiles a medium and his whole experience. Is a really great reference for that. And then there's Robin Williams' What Dreams May Come, another great way to sort of an analogy for that in that sense. But from what I've experienced from the numerous people that I've been able to channel is that not only are they with their soul groups over there, they're with their soul families, they're with people that even if they weren't their blood family, like a soulmate or a dear friend who was like a sibling to them, they are existing with them in their own world over there. And they also have been in some sense sent back to help the living make informed decisions spiritually. But a lot of the time though, what happens is that we are with our head in the clouds, so we're not really taking the time to slow down to pick up on them being around us. When that light kind of flashes for no reason, or when you find a feather on your car seat when you open the door, it's like they're trying to leave the signs there. And
who the fuck has a feather on their car seat? Who that? Call in right now if that's happened to you.
I'm telling you, it's and usually it happens when they see that you're grieving, or when they see that they need to give you something, and it's usually when you have some kind of awakening with
they're not watching your bone though, are they?
No.
Okay.
What about bad news? You said people come forward with healing stuff. What about bad news? Like, hey, you got to go to the doctor because you got cancer or whatever. I mean, is there anything like any bad?
Well, there
messages?
is. I mean, I'm not sure if you heard a little bit of what happened in there with.
Jude got cancer?
No.
That's what you found.
But something did come through. It was just like so don't worry, they're watching over this person. Brought up something very personal that he was able to validate. So
his ass is disgusting.
So no, they I tend to say that I don't like to fluff things when it does come through. But I mean,
sometimes you can get bad news from you.
Yeah, but I try my best to deliver it in a loving way, so I'm not putting fear into somebody.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like we have the ability.
You're gonna die soon, but you're super cute.
I might say, be careful on the way to work today, type of a thing like that.
Oh.
Wow. But,
don't say that.
You're gonna get paranoid.
I know.
And I learned this when I was 18 and really kind of just, testing myself with this. I had no filter with it, and I learned to have sort of a filter and some boundaries so I didn't scare people. So I remember, I remember one time I told this woman, I said, I feel like your husband's going to have a heart attack. And I said August 14th. And anyways, long story short, it was a week later. And so she's like, well, you said August 14th, so you were wrong about that. And so...
Did he die?
No, he did not die. He did not die. But anyway, so that's kind of... But after that happened, though, I kind of had to work with myself, work with spirit, and be able to...
So how do you tell people they're going to have a heart attack now?
I might say to them, you might want to go to the doctor. You might want to get your heart checked, But and I also say things, like
man, we gotta sell us a game now. Cool Beans just immediately shit himself. All you were worried about was he was gonna pull out the ghost of Christmas ass. But no, dude, he's gonna tell you got AIDS in your butt or something.
Oh my gosh.
He just lives in a paranoid world. Like as soon as you said that, he was like, "Great, Bill's gonna tell me I've got 3 days to live." Like, calm down.
I get a lot of health stuff
sure
that's
we'll
not
fine.
like terminal. It just sucks.
Stop telling
and it's
him.
also funny.
Stop.
Okay, all right. Well,
you're feeding him. You're giving him stuff.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Well, and I'm also I believe, it's my belief system, that we are creating our lives, creating our bodies by the thoughts that we're producing in our heads. So it may seem far out there, but I've seen numerous accounts of this being validated. So if you think something over and over again, or if you feel like if you always tell yourself that you're not healthy, you are gonna manifest that in some regard. It's part of life,
crap.
Even though Greg Fitzsimmons just said that scientifically is proven to not work, but Greg Fitzsimmons is full of shit. It's true. You can mentally fuck yourself, and you can mentally rise above, all by the power of the will inside your mind.
Do you believe that? Is that something? Yeah. I mean, it's something that I've wholeheartedly believed.
Yeah, I'm an illiterate moron who's like a millionaire. You know why? Because I am absolutely positive that I'm brilliant and that I can do this.
And it's just a fact.
And that frequency does attract those experiences too.
It's just a fact because of the placebo effect.
Right.
You can get a fake pill to relieve the pain.
Oh yeah.
It'll actually relieve the pain.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, enough of the chit chat, Bill. I want you to tell me how many days Kevin has to live.
Oh my God.
But first, is there anybody in here? Do you sense anybody that is hovering over any of us?
Okay.
I was gonna ask him if he talks to cats because Betsy's got a couple of them.
So I am feeling female woman. I do feel like this would have been a mother energy, but she passed not at a super old age, so she would have been sort of before her time in a sense. And again, I'm just going to say what I'm getting and let's see where it connects or where the dots connect. But I do feel that, and I also for some reason I'm being shown St. Patrick's Day, so I want to talk about Irish, the name Patrick or Pat, something connected with four-leaf clover. I'm not sure what that means right now, but I am seeing that. And I do feel that she had something that would have affected her on a throat level, either a tube in her throat, something along those lines. And I also get something with her mind, her head, she wasn't clear, she couldn't communicate, something along those lines. So that's what I'm sensing right now in the room. So does anyone have any connection to that at all? No.
It's Andrew, isn't it?
Okay.
It's not? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Well, that's okay. So that's it. And sorry, what is your name again?
Kevin.
Kevin. And what is your name?
Will.
Will. Okay.
I wonder if that person was for Tully.
He is super Irish.
Is he here right now or
No.
not? Okay.
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's Tully talking to us about how great the show's going.
Oh my gosh.
He's homesick with the flu.
He's not dead. He's
no,
living.
he's
Okay.
not dead.
Oh my
But
God.
you would have known that, right?
I don't know honestly because I don't know everything. But sure. Right. Mm-hmm. What I say is, I say this all the time, I say keep it with you, because if somebody has a need to hear from, let's say, you know, a child, a sibling, someone with a very strong emotional need, when I open the door, it could be someone else that starts the communication and then brings that person in. So, for example, it could be that, and I don't know who it is here, but someone has that connection, but maybe it was, you know, an aunt that passed away before her time, or a mother energy like that. And then once I connect with the person who that's for, then more information will come through as a result of that.
Did you tell that lady that we're not interested in her information? And we need somebody else.
Nice.
No, that's not no. And again, for me, I have just sort of come to the conclusion that I have to trust everything that they're showing to me, because at some point it does connect. And I actually wrote a book about this because people that had left, they had a great experience, but there was a few things that they were like, I don't know what he's talking about. Right. And then those pieces of information are what led to these really incredible discoveries that took place like weeks later, months later, days later. So there is no time there, and that's the only kind of caveat to this, is that I am working with spirits that don't have sense of clock or time. Doesn't exist.
Well, don't give up, Bill. I need you to freak us out.
Oh my
Freak us
gosh!
out.
Oh my gosh!
Put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Take your time. Hey, if he doesn't talk and we don't make any sound, do they take us off the air? All right, just know if know if I talk. Can I talk quietly, Bill, while you talk to the spirits?
Sure.
Because silence. It's
Okay.
bad for radio. I'm sure you can understand. So anyway, I'm gonna reach out and talk to some people. I can see that Kevin is incredibly frightened. I mean, you didn't murder anyone, did you, Kevin?
Okay.
No.
Well, you should be okay then.
I'm just worried about finding out I have like butt cancer or something.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you don't even use your butt.
Okay, so is it Will or Bill? Or Will. Okay. I do feel a father energy around you. So have you lost a father figure? Is there a grandfather, dad's dad that has passed for you?
Yeah, grandfather. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And is there any connection to the name being passed down?
Yes.
Okay, because I want you to know that what they're showing me is I'm William III, and they keep showing me that right now. So there's a connection to wanting me to validate that with you on some level.
Okay.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. And I also feel a connection with this person having a lot of regrets around the events, the timing, or the end of his life type of a feeling with this. Is there a lot of miscommunications or a lot of turmoil on dad's side of the family, like unresolved stuff?
No.
Okay, and do you know if you were to ask maybe around if there would have been talks about, like, I don't know, affairs or illegitimate, like stuff that would have been kind of not PG, but sort of dramatic, like people having addictions in the family, things like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so I'm going to start there, okay? And I also feel, do you know if linked to your dad's family that there would be a Michael connected over there as well?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so this is where I'll say, write this down, keep this with you, okay? I do feel that with And I do feel I have two different men connected that are linked to your dad's side. So I feel like one of them would be a grandfather, and one of them would be like an uncle or someone that would be a little bit below, like a child, like a son figure to the grandfather. So do you know if there would be someone else that passed, like a father, uncle, basically his son-in-law, something along those lines?
Yes.
Okay. So he wants me to come in and say that this person is cleared, healthy, happy, something with the chest being cleared and open. That comes in very strongly. Do you know if that person was not able to have like closure around his passing?
Yes.
Okay. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So that, and also I just 13. Is there any connection to a 13th anywhere? Do you know?
Not that I know of.
Or the 13th of a month connection? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, well that's what I'm picking up on. So let me keep. Is this making sense to you at all? Is it having any connection to you?
Yeah. But,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, it is. Okay. With the son figure. So is this uncle to you or dad to you?
That would be an uncle.
Okay. I just get like a 1, 2, 3 type of a feeling, and I'm gone. I feel something connected with oh my gosh, something to do with head, mind, clarity, something along those lines. Do you know if there was any connection with him not having a chance to either say goodbye or something in which this was not like over a long period of time?
Correct.
Okay. So that comes in, and in some level, there's some level of responsibility that he takes with this as well. So that does come in. So I do hear like an I'm sorry connected to it, and I feel like I'm supposed to extend that for some reason to the family or something along those lines. Does that have any connection to you?
Sure.
Okay. Also, whenever they show me a bottle of Jack, they're just trying to talk about addiction, could be drinking addiction, something along those lines. Is there any connection with him or with the family that would have had the addiction, like the significant addiction rather?
Possibly.
Okay. Do you know if that was with him or not? Did he have any issue with like drinking when he was
your granddad
here?
drunk?
No. No, it wasn't drinking. It would be smoking.
Okay, pedophile. That's fine. So how this works for me, it's symbology. Right. So whenever they show that to me, it means that some kind of addiction would have caused or been somehow connected with them in life or with their passing.
Gotcha.
Okay. They just showed me a truck right now as well. Do you know if there's any connection to somebody, I don't know, working with trucks, having the truck, passing down the truck, any kind of connection with like the truck being a staple of this uncle possibly, or with that side of the family?
Monster trucks, maybe?
Somewhat.
What does that mean? What does a truck mean to you, rather?
I can't tell you without telling you a whole
okay.
bunch.
That's okay. But so I'm just gonna leave that alone. But if you can understand that part right
Likes
now,
to drink,
I'm gonna
drive his truck, and date women.
To you, I also want to talk about this this father figure to you, the uncle figure. I do sense is like a father figure to you for some reason. So I don't know. Did you know him in life?
No.
Okay. He's guiding you like a father. I want you to know that. And I do also feel, let me see here. There's like a there's an L name as well that I want to talk about as well, linked to the family. So do you know who like the Linda is or Lenny is? Someone that has a kind of LN name?
Lenny Kravitz.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
I'm assuming.
Okay. Is the name Linda, Lenny, something along those lines?
It's around that area.
What area is it?
Well, look, I'm answering the questions.
Well, I need a validation. So is it what is the name?
It's Lilla.
Okay, that's so I want you to know that in my mind, how I hear things is phonetically. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm hearing, basically, if that makes any sense to you. Okay.
Okay.
And is there any connection to a daughter figure linked to this, or was the name also passed down from this person? Do you know in any capacity?
Kind of. Wow,
that's
tough.
that's what I'm picking up on. So that does make sense to you in some regard.
Yeah,
okay. And that say the name again. Sorry,
Lilla.
Lilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that linked to a grandmother figure?
Yes.
Okay. And is there also a Margie linked to her as well? Do you know, or Margaret person?
Margin Lil.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, okay, so I pick up on that as well. So you may have to look into that Margie person,
Sure.
but I do
Yeah.
pick up on that. They want me to talk about a girl for some reason, like a daughter, baby girl, something along those lines. So where does that? Do you have a daughter right now?
No.
Okay. Was someone talking about this recently, or
Having a daughter? No.
like a grandchild, daughter, or something along those lines?
No, but it connects to something that you said a moment ago. So
Okay, so here's the deal. So for me, I am basically just the channel bringing through these pieces of the puzzle.
Right.
I don't, as the outsider looking in, I don't know what they mean. So that's why I say, how does that connect to you? What does that mean to you? So how does the granddaughter figure connect to the Lily person?
Because
is that her middle name or something?
Yeah, it's part of the middle name. Yeah.
Okay. So if I were to talk about like gratitude for bringing that name down, would that make any sense to you?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Well, this is how this works, and as I keep talking, it can grow. But
well, Will sucks. tell us when Kevin's gonna die, or tell me about my demons or something.
Gosh. Okay.
There's got to be a bunch of fucking weird people hovering around me, going, "Tell him to fucking suck me off."
And I will. After
where did he go?
I'll tell you all the the points that are in there.
Yeah.
I'll explain it to you. Yeah.
So it does connect with you, though, correct? The things that I've been saying, for the most part, make sense.
Except
to
for
you?
Marge, you don't know who the fuck Marge is, though, do you?
Don't know Marge.
That's
Don't
okay.
know Marge.
That's
Well,
okay.
watch out for Marge.
And again, how this works as well is that, like I was talking about earlier, is that spirits can kind of cut each other off as well. So one of you could have a Marge as well that's trying to take over, but that's sort of how that works.
I don't have a Marge.
That's okay.
And also, look, if this is a normal situation, I would be more forthcoming with information, but I just want to answer the question
No, you wouldn't.
succinctly, like I'm in court or something.
Tell anybody anything.
For these purposes.
Right. Okay, so...
That's how you're like this all the time. Don't lie.
Okay, I'm always in court.
Okay, one more thing as well. Do you have any connection to a CHR sounding name, like a Charlie or a Chris or something that has CHR as the first part of it?
Man, that's a tough one. None come to mind.
Do any of you have any connection to that, like a Chris, Charlie type of a name?
I do with a Charlie.
Okay, and would this be linked as a father figure to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Got him. Sorry, just getting pumped for you, Bill.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And die in a week.
Don't
swim. Don't drive cars. Don't catch a plane.
Okay.
Scratch that mole.
So all I'm hearing is mention like that name and father figure. So is this linked to your dad's side of the family?
Yes.
Okay. Is this dad's dad? Is this dad's brother? Who is the Charlie linked to you?
Dad's dad.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And also brother.
Thank you. Okay, so that and okay. Is there any April connection? Do you know linked as a birthday anniversary?
I'm not really good with dates.
Okay.
There's only like 3 family members I know their birthdays for.
Okay. And I don't know why, but I also just keep seeing retirement in my head as well for some reason. So there's some kind of connection. Is somebody is like dad retiring right now, or is somebody like just making an announcement about calling it quits recently or retiring?
You're talking to me.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Kevin's gonna retire. He doesn't know it yet.
Okay. So
Be hard to scan the cum tab. You got to get through all that
Do you know where is there any kind of liver or pancreatic cancer that runs in the family? Do you know anyone passed from like the liver cancer, the pancreatic or stomach cancer?
Bingo.
That you're aware of?
No, not much cancer.
Yeah, but guess what?
There we go. Okay.
There is now.
It's not you, but I'm supposed to talk about somebody over there that wants me to talk about having stomach issues, like when they died, something along those lines, and the fact that they were not able to eat before they passed. So that comes through clearly. So that's what I'm going to say to you right now. Now, can I ask you, because obviously, did you have any questions in your mind before I came in today? Like, were you curious about anything, or?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Do you know anybody who has stomach pains, Kevin?
Oh, it's not you, is it? Is it you?
Yeah.
I mean, not stomach pain, muscle pains.
Okay.
In the stomach.
Yeah.
Is it like
pain in the stomach area?
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Was it around like where the liver would be at, type of a thing? Like the left side? Is it anywhere near? Sorry, is the liver on the left side or right side? I don't know. Is it in that area?
I mean, I got muscle pains from over stressing out, like ab workouts.
Okay.
Like a couple
so
years
again,
ago.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what they
That's a hell of a war story.
are referring to, but that does come in though, and then okay, so
I mean, I do have an aunt who had some cancer recently that she beat.
Okay, was it in her stomach? Do you know? Was it anywhere?
It was like intestinal colon.
Okay, so that would be stomach area.
Yeah.
Is that person anywhere connected to the Charlies? Do we know?
Yeah, it's daughter and sister.
Okay. So see so when I and there also would be another B, like as in Bill, as well connected over there. Do you know who the other B as in Bill would be as well, linked to that side of the family?
Like a living person?
I'm gonna say no. This would be
Bill's dead.
This would be a deceased person. Do you know if there's like a Bill off of that side of the family?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay, look into it. So that's what. So see, this is how this works, and I'm just kind of giving like an example of it at this moment.
Hey, look for dead bills, Kevin.
Yes, yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Were you curious about your family tree at all, or curious about history in the family? Was anyone talking about it at all with you, or no?
No, not particularly.
Okay. If it comes up, keep that name down. I want to talk about another father uncle figure linked off of that side of the family as well. So you might have to do some research on that. Okay, so I kind of want to go because I know I got something for you, but Will, what I said to you so far, can you please just explain to me how that connects to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said passing down the name and the third, and I am the third.
Right. Okay.
So the name is passed down from my grandfather. You said his son, something like that. That would be my uncle who died in a automobile accident.
Okay.
Possibly with a truck. At that time, that was before my birth.
Okay.
So, because he was fairly young when he died, he was responsible for his own death.
Okay.
And the Lilla person did pass. Her name was passed down to my sister.
Okay.
It's her middle name. Yeah. There's.
Okay. So that's how this works when we channel. It's these things. I don't know who you are. I don't.
Right.
So the fact that did come through, I feel like is pretty interesting. And as a skeptic, your mind's always trying to
I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like that was that juicy. What you just said, you're like, it could be this, it could be that. It's not on this.
Look,
Will the Third, I'll give you that.
Yes. Here are the.
But I knew you were Will the Third.
Yeah, but here are the most astounding parts of it. Are that like obviously we don't know each other. He didn't know I'd be sitting in this chair. I didn't know I'd be sitting in this chair. So for him to say the third, that's pretty crazy, and the name passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, but he said a lot of stuff, and that's just 2 things that he got after all the stuff that he didn't get right. I mean, that just happens sometimes, right? Like, you just don't... Because someone said that he just went off on Jude and nailed it, right? Nailed him.
And also, I just want to point out as well that there's no rules to who comes through in a reading as well, and it's my interpretation. So the fact that I did connect with his family, I find that to be always miraculous, regardless of if there's a naysayer or whatever. I find it to be miraculous.
All right. So you're arguing you're remarkable. That's fair.
No, and he did say,
because you're the more of a skeptic than I am, and you're saying that this is on something here. You think he gotcha.
I'm saying that he is correct on these items that are fairly unusual. That he also said the L name and passing down a female name which is way less traditional than passing down a male name.
And I said middle name as well.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So
it sucks with you, Kevin.
Well, I obviously knew that
he knows that he's got his stomach cancer.
You got the Charlie. My grandpa's name was Charlie. He died around 10 years ago. My dad's half brother is Charlie. He died. I have a sister named Charlie. So
oh my god! Okay, so Charlies are in the family then, obviously.
Why would you name your daughter Charlie?
That's a cool girl name.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not back then. Maybe now it's cool, but not then.
Charlie. That's a good name.
It's like Boris or something.
Boris is not a good girl's name.
Okay, so the fact that I don't know you either, and I said that is, I mean, you couldn't just know that right out the bat, right? So that's how that works. So, do you know if there's anything connected with July 4th anywhere off of your dad's side? Is there like a birthday or something like that? Or
my dad's birthday is July 3rd.
That's it. Okay, so I'm supposed to talk about the July 4th birthday, which is this is how they communicate. So this is like would be a validation. Okay, and there is also a connection with Did your dad have to have his foot worked on recently or something, or a toe or something like along those lines?
I don't talk to my dad that much, so it's entirely possible.
Okay. So
he's not telling you about his toe drama.
No.
But see, this is kind of how. So again, that is a validation, right? How about do you ever travel like to the South, Texas by chance, or something along the like Texas, Florida, in that area?
Florida.
That's where you're gonna die.
No.
No.
So maybe if I can give you anything, and you already told me that you don't talk to your dad, but I just want to say to you that there's some unfinished business with that.
With my dad in Florida?
I don't know if it's Florida, but I know for sure that's what that is. And I also, because that's why I got the July 4th connection links to him. Okay. Is he not local to you? Is he out of the area? Or
he lives in Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm sensing the show's going to end. At BillPhillips.com. At Medium Bill Philly on Twitter. And Bill Phillips on Instagram.
And he's going to be around
tour
in
dates.
California.
Yeah. So you can go see him. And you can deal with people that are way easier to deal with than us. That's right.
Right?
All right. Yeah. Don't die, everybody.
Thank you.
The computer takes over exactly at 51.
Okay, yeah.
So, I thought my thing cut off.
A hook comes out and...
You just gotta go.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for allowing me to, give you a little sample of how that works.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Do you have any ties to, like, do you ever want to live